Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio, episode number 311. It is September 1st. Putting August in my rear view. Get out of here. You're done. BBD's here and Jake. Jake's got a great August outfit on. Fantastic August outfit. He's eating a Blitzball and he's wearing his Brewers gear. How are you doing?
James Davis, Wimbledon, everyone live in the chat. Hope you're having a quacktastic Wednesday. I'm doing well. Daunting task ahead of anyone. You feel that, but low and slow. That's kind of what I do for everything.
Low and slow?
Low and slow.
You can't get speedy.
Sex.
I don't think you're a low and slow sex guy.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of it. But
Those are the college days. I'm an old man now.
Oh, okay. Nate Steele's giving you $20 for your impending medical bills.
Yeah, thank you. They're probably going to come back larger than that, but I appreciate that.
Everyone does their part.
Low and slow on the medical bills, so I appreciate that, Nate. I've had a couple bites of this Blitzball. It's you sure are eating plastic when you break it down. Should reach out to our Blitzball guy, the king of Blitzball. He was excited about it, and we've talked to him before, and he put so much detail into figuring and perfecting this ball.
Yeah.
Like the shape of it, the material, and everything, so... Yeah, one call with him, and it could be very much like you're about to die.
You're not going to die, but if you eat a large chunk, like even like bigger than one of the
hexagons,
you may pass it just fine. It may fuck you up because also your stomach won't digest it down.
7 sides. What's that, a septagon?
Septagon. Which is it's September, so that makes sense.
I'm taking little bites. They're going to come out. They're probably not going to feel great on the way out.
Because there's also all the chemicals that your stomach doesn't digest.
Well, my stomach's digested some chemicals.
Okay.
I can promise you that. But yeah, I'll get to a good place with it. I won't kill myself. It's related to the Blitzball. And... yeah, excited to get going. How are you doing, Tim?
I'm good. I love that it's September now. We're into the royalty of the months, which is a huge part of the year for me. It's still a little hotter than I would like it to be, but it's September. I'm going to allow that.
September.
Like the pants are still not coming out.
Right.
Which is fine.
September
as long as I can wear shorts and a hoodie.
Not even Labor Day yet.
Not even Labor Day. And we are going to the beach next week. So, we need some warm weather there. But
I think my mom was saying it's going to be a cool week. So.
Well, beach week when you can wear a hoodie with the beach breeze is like the best. But if we did want to like go in the ocean during the day, you need it to be somewhat warm.
At least one
the ocean will be warm. The ocean, September's the warmest. The first 2 weeks of September are like the warmest water temperatures.
The water's been cooking.
Been cooking all summer. Yeah. June's cold.
John Stinson with a "Wake Me Up When This Month Ends," classic reference.
Zach's favorite band. Yeah.
What's his name? Billy Joe Thomas. Billy Dean. It's not Billy Dean. Billy Joe Armstrong.
Yeah.
Which is a surprising lumping of 3 names.
Yeah. Billy Armstrong, Billy Joe Armstrong. Does the Joe not have an E in it?
Is he BJ Armstrong?
Yeah, he has an E in his Joe.
Isn't that the name of the old point guard, too?
BJ Armstrong?
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be Sunday, 79. I only read the highs.
BJ and BJ Armstrong stands for Benjamin Jr.
Hey, BBD, when you read the weather, do you read the high, do you read the low, or do you read both?
Generally the high. If you tell me pick one, but I guess if it's winter, I'd certainly look at the low too. But But in the summer, I don't look at the low.
It's a pretty good answer.
Jake opened my eyes to I never look at the low. Like it's just straight up not. I don't input it. I just was gonna read the weather and then I was like, I guess I should do both. But because Jake one time focused on the low and I was like, oh, I never even look at that because I don't care if it's cold. I just care how hot it gets.
Yeah, I mean that's a seasonal thing. It's
Yeah, it's a good point about the winter.
Yeah, if you know it's summer and the low's not going to be a factor, like I had to when I went out to Salt Lake. I knew I was in the mountains, and the seasons are ahead of the seasons here. So like, I'm glad I looked because the highs were 75, but the lows were like low 40s. So if I didn't know that, I would have had straight summer clothes and been having a bad time most eves. So yeah, really good answer, Davis. Proud of you.
We got lows in the high 60s, highs in the low 80s for beach week. It's a good mix right there. Give me 7-degree days.
Healthy.
And I'll be excited.
It's not going to get crazy hot.
Yeah, I guess if anyone's wondering, me, Jake, BBD, Zach, Sam, Kyle, Sweet Jessica, Caitlin. I believe Cassie's coming for the weekend.
She's coming for some amount, or she's missing the weekend.
She's coming for the weekend, but not the week because she's in. Yeah. Well, we're working out of my parents' beach house next week. Relaxation. We're gonna still do the same stuff. Like JJR will be.
Work.
We're gonna be doing the same things.
Working at a beach.
But in between, we can go to the beach. We can play mini golf, all that fun stuff. Because once we're done with that, kind of grind starts of end of the year and then playoffs.
Like kind of 6 weeks of.
And I'm very excited for that grind. I've been telling BBD.
I'm already in the grind. That's the bad news for beach week. I'm probably not going to the beach. Probably not petting the dogs.
No, I'm talking about like talking baseball every night.
Yeah.
Grind every day.
I've been practicing every night.
daily episode.
I do a mock episode, me, Noodle, and Jess. They hate it.
They hate it. Yeah.
They hate it.
Noodle actually loves it.
He does. He's very intent.
Yeah.
Doesn't add much.
Wrong, Jess. That's what Noodle says all the time.
God.
It's really rude. I agree with Jake.
Well, I do his voice for
Yeah.
him. Jess really hates it.
Yeah.
And I do Jess's voice.
Yes. They're not even home.
I haven't seen Jess in 3 months. Take another little nibble for that one.
Austin says, please do a play-in for mini golf. I believe that is what we're going to do.
I had a...
It's my home course, so,
Gonna handicap the rest of us?
No, I'm not really good at it.
It's mini golf.
And they repainted a lot of it. Barnacle Bills.
I had a good Jakey story, like Curb Your Enthusiasm type scene the other day. Sometimes I like to bring a good Jakey story to the plate. It's been a minute. It's been so hot. I'm in the subway.
Yes.
I think Monday I'm in the subway. And, they have those electronic ads in the subways.
Yes.
We've discussed. Maybe playoff time we're discussing getting some.
Oh, yeah. I haven't thought about that in a while.
Guess that's common, huh?
Yeah. But, so, they rotate, but they stay up there a while. So anyways, a concert venue pops up. And it was a concert venue I hadn't heard before. And they were showing, like, I don't think it was a show they, or maybe it was a bunch of shows they had, or it was like a festival they were hosting or whatever. But, they had it laid out like you'd see a normal concert poster. They had the 2 headliners, and then they had the smaller names, and then they had a bunch of small names. So, I'm in the subway. It's hot. I'm like, you know what? This will be a good distraction for a minute. So I go for it. I lean in, and I'm looking, and I'm like reading all the little bands, seeing if I know any of them. Like that's a good test for me too.
Yeah.
See if I know any of them.
How are you gonna? You don't know a lot of those little bands.
No, but sometimes I do.
Okay.
Or like I've been to a lot of shows at this point that I'm like, oh yeah, I think
they.
Okay. So I lean in, and right as I'm like, they're written in really small font. I'm like nose to nose with this thing. Changes ads, it's lingerie, and it's just a woman scantily clad, and I'm just nose to nose with it. It was so fun. I started laughing. I was like, I felt like I got.
Someone should have snagged a picture of you.
So yeah, we So if someone has that picture, send it over. Or, when if we do some skits or something going forward, remember that, because I think that was a funny moment.
Okay. That's a funny moment, yeah.
I just got.
It's like Jackass when they had the really small print, and then they would lean in to read it, and then they get smashed in the face, but you just got outed as a creep.
Yeah, just creeped out.
Yeah.
Just instantly.
Getting the close look.
And I think what added to it was just the pose. I think I was getting so close to it that I had to do like the arms around the back leaning. So I'm, really in there, and it's just a woman's bosom.
I had it the downstairs. It was the top. That's
the top.
even funnier.
Yeah.
You're motorboating the sign.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So that is really good.
That story is brought
instantly.
That story is brought to you by Magic Spoon, the cereal of adults, and your kids can have it too. We had a lot of people reach out and say, "I think my nephews started to really like it
in the MS game."
I think they did. Yeah, I love it. I need to up it because I eat it so fast. And then, like I said, Caitlin bought because I just needed some cereal, another version of a quote unquote like guilt-free cereal, and it tasted like that, where Magic Spoon tastes good. Like it's like you eat the fruity and you're like, how the hell is there not? How the hell is there 0 grams of sugar in this? Doesn't make any sense.
Do they have like an auto subscribe?
I would do that. It's a dangerous game, but I would do that. But because I just love. Let's do it. Do they have that? Do they have subscription?
I'm going to look now. And when I say I'm going to look, I start clicking towards something else, and I'm going to check in on that. But you seemed like you were on the path. So
I went to magicspoon.com.
Okay.
So it seems like I went a better route than you.
Yeah.
What did you go?
I ended up on the Brewers' Twitter.
Oh,
right.
I just
Interesting.
want to see something they were looking at.
Doesn't look like it.
Should we tell the Magic Spoon people? Because like if they had like a once or twice a month option, I think I'd sign up for that.
Well, there's someone from Magic Spoon that listens to all the ad reads to make sure we're not being dumb about it. So, whoever you are,
free idea.
hope you're happy with us.
Unless you're doing that.
Yeah, if you want to put us on a subscription model and just charge me and like no one else does it, but we can, just make sure you use the discount code, okay? Please? Thank you. Anyway, Magic Spoon, 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Did you find it?
They have a subscribe.
Okay, great.
There we go.
Only never mind.
But I still don't know. It says subscribe and save, but I don't know.
Only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb. Build your own box. Available flavors. Build your very own custom bundle. Or cocoa, fruity, frosted peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and maple waffle. We all like the maple waffle. I'm a big fan of the blueberry. I like the fruity and the frosted as well.
So the subscription, they'll send you 1 box a month.
That's not enough.
1 case of 4.
That's enough.
Well, depending how many cereal eating mouths in your home, I could see a double subscript.
I think I'm the main one.
Right.
Dude.
I'm saying if you're like a family,
if you're
like
family,
you mentioned, your nephews are getting involved. If you've got,
where'd you find that?
If you got 2 tree mouths getting in there and you're trying to eat it every month,
subscribe.
Yeah, you have to go to the checkout, and then it says we'll send you 4 delicious boxes per month at discounted price, 25% off if you subscribe.
So I'm gonna custom bundle this right now. Fruity.
You're gonna CB this RN.
Blueberry.
Abbreviating stuff today. Another little bite of the Blitzball.
You took another bite? Oh, adding to my cart? This is huge. If I don't do this now... Wait, they have an actual spoon?
I just saw that too.
Adding that.
How do we not have this?
Adding that. Okay, so I'm signing up for a custom bundle. Checkout. Where do I put the code in? Discount code. And the code is Jomboy.
Jomboy.
Okay. Do you need all caps? This is a good test for our audience. Apply the code. Does this apply it every time on the subscription now?
I don't know how that works necessarily.
All right. Well, anyway, you guys can do this. Go to magicspoon.com/Jomboy to grab a custom bundle of cereal to try today, and be sure to use our promo code Jomboy at checkout to save $5 off your order. They're so confident in their product. It's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee, so if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Jomboy and use code Jomboy to save $5. Before we get into like the meat of the show, the draft, I wanted to have a little conversation with you about was yesterday the last 9 p.m. late night start for the Yankee season. Like, they're done.
Ooh.
I
Because
believe so.
I've been
so.
up till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
every night this week.
Yeah.
And I need it to end. And Katie's like, you need to get off this sleep schedule.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I think it was the last one. Besides tonight, I'll be up to 3 a.m. tonight. And
Well,
then
tonight's a 7 p.m.
And there's
actually.
but we record,
Yeah.
which means I get
But that's
home.
that's every night game we do though. Like we can't.
Yeah, but that means I'm up to 2:30.
Yes.
Because I get home at 1:30.
Well, we have
and
an
I
8
can't-
p.m. Sunday after Beach Week.
There's no start times later than that 8 o'clock next 2 Sundays from now.
Okay. So, but
Everything
we-
else is in the 7 o'clock hour
All right.
or a day game. But
I'd like to get back to a nice sleep schedule. Sometimes I remember the off season when I was going to sleep around 10 o'clock every night for 6 months in winter. I'm like, that was nice.
10?
Dude, I was going to sleep early because I don't watch other sports.
Right.
There's nothing to do.
you
Like,
don't
if
let
you're
other
not-
sports keep you up.
If you're not, yeah, I will. Yes, I'll watch
Well,
it.
right,
but there's no way I'm going to be like, I have to see this game.
Right.
So I was going to sleep early. It was awesome. And I'm excited to get back to that.
Good.
So last night I tried
Don't have a kid. They might keep you up.
Oh yeah, the kid will definitely keep me up.
Ah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, the kid will keep me up. But you had an energy drink during pregame show
Yes.
at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was really tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, who am I kidding? I didn't have an energy drink the night before and I was up till 2:30 anyway. So I went to the store and got myself one. Yeah. And Poland Spring is now in the energy drink game.
Really?
Energy
Good for
water
them.
game.
Good for them. I like that. I respect that.
If they want to advertise with us,
Energy water. You liked it then.
if they want to advertise with us, yeah.
Then you love it.
Yeah.
You just like it now.
Yeah.
The energy drink market is still one of the most bizarre things in the world. Like, so many people were stoked I got the watermelon, which I don't think I'd ever had before, watermelon Monster. And to be honest with you, it tasted like middle school, but people loved it. Like, people were giving me, the energy drinks community was giving me props. Like, dude, watermelon, my guy knows what he's doing. And I was like, I don't know.
A lot of people comment on the Monster energy drinks we have in the office all the time,
Right.
and they just sent us those flavors.
Right.
Like
We didn't pick them.
Like at one point we had like the white can, and someone
Or you know what it is?
commented like Jake Wood. I saw a comment like Jake would be a white can energy drink or Monster guy, and it's like they just sent us like a bunch of packs. I've never bought anything but light blue for myself.
Know what I
But
think
I
it
kind
is?
of love those flavors they sent us.
I think the energy drink community has such a mutual respect for each other that there's not a ton of shaming, but when you see one you like, you feel compelled to voice up.
Okay.
Like everyone has
The
a
chat
has a
saying is
type.
fantastic as well.
I know. I mean, that's where I've had the, what's that one we have in there? The blue can is like the Fiesta or something. It's like Fiesta flavor.
Holy
And
smokes.
people are so happy for me when I drink one of those.
I just got by our friends at Magic Spoon.
Really?
So I buy the bundle,
Yeah.
coming every month,
Yes.
as they do an upsell at the end,
Right.
which I'm okay with.
Right.
If you've ever
That's
ordered
business.
If you ever ordered something from Vistaprint, they do, like we used to get our business cards from there or flyers. It's just buy something for $5 from Vistaprint and just walk through the process of how many times they try to upsell you before you go. Like, do you want this on a mug? No.
It's like a business model.
Do you want this on a T-shirt? No. Do you want this on a mouse pad? No. You just have to go through it. But anyway,
Their business, it's smart.
Magic Spoon said, I guess this is what they do if you buy some flavors. They give you the sneaky new flavors. Because now I can add to my order
Really?
strawberry and banana.
Mm.
And I'm a banana
tandem.
enthusiast.
You are.
Those are
Starts
flavors
every
I
morning
wanna
by
try.
putting a banana in each hole.
Yes. And banana with
Yeah.
the strawberry
Yeah.
or with the blueberry or even with the maple, because then it's like banana waffles. So you got me. I am adding that to my order. And now
Banana and strawberry. They've been at the hip from
yeah,
the start.
peanut butter and
huh?
jelly. A lot of people don't compare them. A lot of people don't give strawberry and banana the
They
same
don't pit them
friendship
against each
credit
other. Yeah.
that peanut butter and jelly get.
I guess they just have other lives outside of each other,
They can go do their own thing in their
That's
own
true.
circles very easily.
Like that's where peanut butter,
Jelly's
kind of peanut butter's loser friend. They're like, this is my guy.
Peanut butter's got a lot going on,
So
and
much
jelly's just like the friend.
That's his trick.
They are
Yeah.
boys, but
Yeah.
like,
no,
they
they're
love
tight,
each other,
but like Jelly, that's his one.
You have jelly as a male.
Yes,
I have jelly as the female in the
they're
relationship.
both males.
I have it as it's a couple.
I have them either both being males or both being females.
So I have it
I have
kind
no
of like
insertion.
peanut butter's like an alpha dog, and sometimes he's with
Peanut
grape
butter's
jelly, and sometimes
definitively
he's with
male.
strawberry jelly, and those are like his two girls, and he's kind of a dick about it.
Ooh,
Oh,
I have the jellies as one.
they're one community.
Yes, we talked about it.
What kind of jelly do you use, BBD?
Not a jelly guy.
You don't eat peanut butter and jelly?
I've been like just peanut butter sandwiches since I was like a kid.
I had a phase.
But I'm like a freak. Like I have like bad. All my food takes are bad.
Jake, strawberry, grape. You have a decision?
I'm a variety guy. You know that. I'm gonna mix it up. If you put both in my refrigerator, I'd rotate every morning. Or mentally, I'd tell myself I'd rotate every morning, and then I'd be like, oh, I haven't opened the second jar.
Yeah, I grew up grape. I don't mind like if someone gave me strawberry, I wouldn't say no. And I think if I had both, I'd rotate it as well. But it'd probably be like a 3 grape, 1 strawberry rotation, like really just to change it up. But ooh, I was slouching.
Now he's up.
Wow,
When you stop slouching, then I gotta stop
I gotta
slouching.
tie myself to the ceiling or something.
I've always wondered that.
Tying yourself to the ceiling. Can we get like slouch hooks? Like they come down and they go underneath me like
Like safety hooks.
Yeah, like kind of strapped sort of like a backpack, and then like
slouch hooks ceiling. That's what I'm gonna Google.
Like if what if there was 4 hooks?
I guess slouch are posture hooks.
2 for your arms, 2 for your legs, and it just kind of Mission Impossibled you? Would that feel good? Or would your back
Like
be
you
like,
just,
don't like?
I don't know.
My back's an old Greek man, but
Yeah, it sounded like Yeah, I did. I got that. I want like those things that they go over your shoulder, then under, like a support,
yeah.
and they're tied to the ceiling. They have posture straps, says Zendino. So I'm Google imaging posture straps. But this is just like wearing it. I want to be tied to the ceiling.
Yeah, that's we can
I want it to be like they're here and I can just put my arms in when I want and just hold myself.
We should email Chris and tell him coming up.
We want some
posture straps.
Yeah.
And then attach a link to like a sex website.
Might have to get it there, yeah. All right.
Speaking of,
We got a draft today. How about that? Oh, you know what I want to do first?
go on.
I wanted to clap for Kelsey Wingert, who got engaged.
That's Kelsey.
And then, BBD, do you have anything good going on in your life?
Wow,
never.
tough man.
Nothing at all?
Should I? Are you expecting me to have an answer? I don't.
It's tough. Jake?
September.
September? Okay, Jake. It's September for Jake.
Doing I think the weekend after after baby shower weekend, Jess and I are doing like a mountain getaway weekend to take the edge off. And then
When are you doing that?
the next weekend.
September.
18th, something like that.
17th,
Gotta
18th?
relax, yeah. And then I don't know, like Nick's trying to make a plan after your baby shower. I don't really know what to do.
Okay.
A lot going on.
I was trying to find stuff to clap for.
What can you clap for me?
Anyone in the chat? Anything good happen in your lives that you deserves claps?
Eating a Blitzball.
You are eating a Blitzball.
Which no one's ever done. I'm the first person.
Probably true. First human, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been around a little while. Someone's tried.
It's got my thumb.
Ah.
Who are we drafting?
Okay, we're being so...
Wait!
Yeah.
Connor Devlin in the chat just had a big question before we start the draft.
Are you guys big Survivor fans?
20 years ago, yeah.
It's just too much. Like, if I had enough time and downtime where I could watch Survivor every day, I would do it, because I've watched maybe 3 seasons in full, and it's a fantastic program, and it's awesome, and I like...
It's the OG, kind of.
And I think it's really, really, really good, but I just don't have time to keep up with Survivor. I also watched Big Brother 2 times. That...
You're a big brother.
You basically need to not have a life for the summer. Like, that is... It's like 3 episodes a week, plus you have to keep up with all the drama that happens that isn't part of the
3
show.
episodes a week, wow.
Big Brother's like a task.
Damn.
I like all those shows, but I do watch a challenge. It's challenge night tonight.
My dad and my brother are big Survivor guys.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
not like
jealous of them.
Yeah, like I kind of wish.
Are you going to watch the challenge tonight?
No, we're here.
Right.
I'll probably watch it when I get home or tomorrow morning. Oh, well, I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'll just have it on while I make breakdowns. Yeah, I wish that I was in on the challenge like early, and I was so in that I'm hooked and I can't not watch it at this point. That's how I feel like I am with the challenge.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Good question. All right, we're drafting, being super topical, and this draft is brought to you by Roman, BBD?
Yep.
It's brought to you by Roman. You got to go to getroman.com/Jomboy now. You talk to a U.S. licensed healthcare professional, and they will give you a free online evaluation and ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. Roman ready. Jake, you appreciate that saying and that lifestyle.
I've been trying to tell the people. There's a fork in the road at a certain point, and there's a limp fork and a hard fork. And limp forks stink.
Yeah. I ever try to eat it with a floppy fork, it's almost impossible.
It's impossible.
Just stab a meatball, and the meatball just bends the fork.
Yeah.
And you're like, basically using pasta.
Try
as
using
a
rubber band fork tonight for dinner.
I think I could figure that one out. Slingshot.
I had to sometimes, but Roman, you don't. It helps you not have to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Roman, they want you to be Roman ready. Have the confidence that you can rise to the occasion. Like, if I have a fork that's not limp,
Right.
I'm pretty confident I can pick up that meatball with the fork. It's just like almost a fact.
It's good to have a hard fork, because everybody wants to fork.
Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/Jomboy and complete an online visit. Go to getroman.com/Jomboy today. And if you're prescribed, you get 50% off your first month of ED treatment. Make sure you're ready to have confidence and control this summer and be Roman ready. Like the Romans.
Roman ready.
Roman ready. Okay, we are drafting times you cannot boo. Right? Is that the phrasing?
I think things you cannot boo.
Things you
that's like
can't
the most
boo.
open-ended.
We wanted to keep it open. We wanted to let the creativity flow. So I think it can be situations. I think it could be people. We wanted to leave the board as open as possible.
Groups.
Yeah, and I really have no idea where you guys are going to go. I did call my brother Luke and I just said, give me your first 3 thoughts to see what direction he went.
Sure.
None of his were on my board, but it was his first, 3 instant ones, so I'm interested. Just, the most topical draft on JGR ever. Things... Don't boo.
Things you just don't
The
boo.
don't boo draft.
The don't boo draft.
Don't boo draft.
Don't
Can you hide
boo.
the chat, James?
I am hiding the chat. We are writing down numbers to determine the order. BBD prepped us with pens and a piece of paper. Producer extraordinaire. Just crushing it.
I think I got it.
BBD, you did a great job on the road trip producing all the shows. You had to stay up late a couple nights. We can clap for that.
I had like one like late night working.
Yeah, but it was a late night and early start. You probably got like 3 hours sleep.
That wasn't fun, but that's fine.
Did you get some sleep on the RV?
Not like full sleep. Full sleep, I'm a good like get some sleep in the
Getting
car
some.
guy. I enjoy.
Zach didn't believe me.
Dad
that
had you.
above the driver's seat was the best nap spot. He was
That
like,
was the most
really?
stable.
I was mad you revealed that to him because I was hoping to get up there.
You could have went with him.
Zach
There was
hates when I
room.
do that.
Oh.
He really does.
Okay.
Could have given me another shift.
Dad's
I
a
would've let
touch.
ya.
Dad's a touchy sleeper.
So is Maisie, my dog,
Yeah.
Maisel. She's just like the biggest cuddler in the
I
world.
think I have the winner. I have 78. I think I'm gonna get it on the nose today. I just like kind of felt it.
72. So we're very close.
I did a Corey Kluber tribute 28.
Wow.
Okay, 72, 78,
Yeah.
and it's 55.
55. Matsui.
Is that me? Is that you?
55.
I'm 18. Don't even try it, Jimmy.
I think you're close with that guess. I think you're 17 off.
I'm 27 away.
So I'm 17, so I win.
So I think I'm second.
Yes.
I will take the first overall pick.
Wow. Man, I've been loving the 2 slot and dominating from there, but I'll take the wraparound. It's been a minute.
I'll take the 2 slot, I suppose.
73 man 7.
All
San
right.
Francisco Bay.
Let me get this set up so we can keep track of
So we
all
can
our
track.
picks. I have a whole sheet here. Maybe should we try to do that program that allows me to put my screen on the screen again? 'Cause people always get mad about it.
We can try. I've been working with the graphics team on
Yeah, the edited
potentially
one.
having
But
one.
like in live time.
We're working on that being an option, but typing in the program we use is weird. So I'm not trying it this week, but I was.
No, I
planning to
meant
try
like if I
next
can
week.
just take that window. Remember from my laptop?
Yes, I know what you're talking
But
about.
that program crapped out on me or something.
Yeah, it was weird. It worked sometimes.
All right, I have the first pick. BBD has the second, and Jake has the third. Correct?
I believe so.
All right, don't boo.
1-1 pick.
Are we going 4 or 5 rounds?
Oh,
I was assuming 4.
I was assuming 4. I
Four
think
it is?
I'm willing to
It's
go to
4.
5. Just to have a
I
big board,
didn't even think about it.
But whatever
it's
you
four.
want to do.
I'm gonna take wedding vows.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
That would be
That's a good one.
so incredibly rude
Yeah.
if the bride reads her wedding vows or groom and they're like very emotional and crying,
Yeah.
and some uncle in the back
good
just
one.
said boo. It would be it would almost ruin the wedding for
Yeah.
the bride forever.
It's a bad time to boo, dude.
Don't boo after wedding
Don't
vows.
boo.
That's
Right
my-
after, during, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
It's a really good pick. It's a really strong
It's true.
pick. It's a bad time.
Ruins the vibes.
Ruins a lot of people's vibes.
I filmed a lot of
It's
weddings.
the story of the wedding.
It's the story of the wedding.
It's a story
Why did he
of the
boo?
wedding.
What does he know that we don't know?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Boo to the vows.
Was that an ex-lover?
Was that a boo?
Does he not like her? Does he not like him? Like what's going? Yeah.
It's not like the best man speech that could be tasteful, fun stuff. But
Almost have to.
like
boo.
any other speech in there.
I boo
probably-
every best man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
The
it's
best
like
man
mandatory.
speech opens up with booze.
It's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Like that's like and now let's hear
Like
from
any other
Alex,
speech that
my
happens,
best man,
there's a
and
good
then
joke to be
the-
made by booing them.
Yeah, the other part of the
vows,
groomsmen
though.
are gonna boo the best man speech. That's almost
should.
one of the more appropriate times to boo at a wedding.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
opposite.
Okay. So wedding vows, number 1 pick for me.
It's a good pick.
BBD, don't boo.
I think my first round selection in the Don't Boo draft, I'm going to go with the Troops.
Oh, don't boo the
Okay.
troops.
Don't boo the troops.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I mean, could you imagine, like, in their face?
I mean that was Vietnam. when they
Vietnam,
came.
yeah. Forrest Gump. Someone on my timeline, it was like...
Dude, and that was a draft. Like,
Yeah.
how dumb
Nope.
was
And, like,
those
shoes.
people?
It was going to bed last night, so it was, 1:32, and someone on the timeline just tweeted out, like, watch Forrest Gump for the first time. Pretty good. And I was like, I can't deal with that right now. I got to go to bed.
Well, those protesters might be, and the biggest, their cause might have been just, but the way they went around, like, these,
Don't disagree
these
with
kids
their
got
opinion.
drafted to
Yeah.
Vietnam, fought an enemy they literally didn't see. I was watching this interview of a soldier in Vietnam, and he was like, we would just die. I never saw him. He was there when he was a teenager. Fucking, and then you come home and you're booed.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bad times.
Good pick, BBD.
It's a good pick, BBD. I'll let you guys see if this needs to be tightened up. I have the wrap around. I was gonna say, like, would it be at a funeral or during the
specifically the
eulogy,
the eulogy or the funeral service?
I guess the service. That's the quiet part, right?
Like the eulogy would be like
where
the
everyone
speech.
comes in and kneels and stuff. I think that would be worse.
Yeah, but there's that would be odd.
Then you're just
because-
booing the dead body.
Yeah, or like the
I think
whole
that's more
room.
messed up.
Like booing the eulogist, I think is more. You just want to take funerals? I'm not gonna.
That's the thing. I don't think you guys are gonna pick parts,
I had
different
eulogy
stuff from
on
funeral.
my thing, but
I'm fine with just like
give you funeral.
I'll lump the whole funeral in there.
Go funeral. Funeral. I think that's it just seems inappropriate for me.
Yeah,
It just seems inappropriate.
bad people die, so sometimes.
Then, and then I think, okay, I've got one unique one kind of chalk one. I'm gonna say during sex. I'm gonna say during sex.
That's pretty funny though. There is if you're like with
It's like sex with a loved one.
yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
that's actually a hilarious joke.
Right. It's a good movie scene.
But like first time or like,
and
you
even
know.
if it was a one night flinger or whatever it is, like you kind of can't boo during. Like that mess. Like we're talking about where booing can mess up your wedding or whatever. Like that can mess up a person's life. I got booed during sex.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty funny, though, in the right search situation.
Oh, in the movie scene, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But you really do. Whoever's getting booed during sex, that's forever.
Or
that doesn't
like
leave.
Right after. Yeah.
Yeah.
If like it's not a Roman.
Yeah.
If you're not Roman ready and you get booed,
Yeah.
that's therapy. Now you're in therapy.
Yeah. Forever.
Yeah. Go to therapy anyway. Get checked out.
Get it looked at.
Good pick. BBD?
Between a couple picks here, I mean, I don't think we have a lot of overlap across our board, so I probably can just go for one. I'm gonna go with, I don't know like what term we're supposed to use these days, but like waiters and waitresses.
Oh, that was on my board.
It's a good one, BBD. Yeah.
That was literally I was gonna take that
Yeah.
in my next two picks. You've been snagging
think,
my
like-
picks lately.
Like I think servers is the word we're supposed to use, but that word sounds so much ruder to me than waiter or waitress.
When they say like hi, you can't boo people that mess with your food. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like there's like a direct punishment that can happen from that.
Dude,
I'll mess with
I had
your
a
food.
very shallow board, so I think I have to scramble now for my last pick and bump it up because I was going to take that next or win the next two. I have the world's too political. I hope they don't read into this
Don't read
more than
into
it
this
is,
one.
but just don't boo the national anthem.
The anthem. Yeah, don't boo it.
Your own. Like, when I lived in Australia, I wouldn't boo their song.
Right.
Just a time of not booing. But I guess, though, like,
Yeah.
protest-wise.
That's why it was.
But they don't like boo for the whole point of the protest. It's not. That's not a
I'm
winning
going to
pick.
switch. I'm going to go to my
Yeah.
other one. When someone comes out of the closet to you,
That's a great pick.
don't boo that.
That's a great pick.
Be as supportive as
That's
you
a
can.
much better pick.
Yeah.
Much better.
That would be.
Even like the
Talk about
Did you update
therapy.
the board? Sorry.
What did BBD choose?
BBD took servers,
Servers, waiters.
waiter, whatever they want to be called nowadays.
Fuck.
You're all over it.
I don't think that's right.
That's what I'd spell. And then, yeah, your friend that comes out to you, big moment in their life,
Yeah.
to boo.
Yeah, it's tough.
Can't do that.
Yeah. When my friend came out of the closet, I said, cool.
Yeah.
He's like, that's all?
You bit your tongue to not boo. And you said,
He's a good friend.
yeah.
And I called him Danny Buttsex his whole life anyway.
And maybe we just need to establish,
Didn't know he was gay.
yeah,
It's just
It wasn't about that.
We were just 13 years old and it was fun.
Because now I think we are entering an interesting area where a couple of these are fantastic wedding scenes, like movie scenes. Excuse me.
Well, comedy comes from bad.
It can
bad
be-
being rude.
right.
Yeah.
That
So that's
that
where-
eliminated a lot of things from my board.
I say,
because you can
you know-
do it if it's the right audience. That'll be just funny.
The during sex, coming out of the closet movie scenes could
Yeah.
be very funny.
Yeah.
But you
know
can't do that in
No.
real life.
I wonder if anyone could.
Maybe parents
That's
that don't
tough.
get it. Yeah.
That's an instant like illegal. You've ruined someone. All right.
You get the back-to-back here.
Yeah. I have a blind date.
Ooh. Interesting.
I had it
When you meet someone.
Initial.
Initial
The
meeting of a
initial
blind date.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if that's
No.
your first time meeting
Yes.
them. I had blind
Incredibly
date is
rude.
the phrasing I wanted. I had like a first date on my board.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
it has
while
to
you're
be
on-
blind for
yeah.
it to like really
Blind for it to be like, you really can't do
Right.
You can't do that.
If you know
I am
them,
fully judging you on your looks right now, and you just got booed.
I know
or just-
nothing about you.
I know
But-
nothing.
or just like
Besides-
one thing they
You're
say.
Yeah.
It's like you like booed me having two siblings.
Because booing later
that's
in the
funny.
blind
Yeah.
date when
Yeah.
you're finding
No,
stuff
it
out
is
that's
funny.
quality.
Yeah.
That's necessary. That's a good test of a person.
I went to Lake Zurich Middle School South. Boo, North. Yeah, like you can do that.
Yeah.
Where do you get coffee?
But
Like
initial,
the reaction to seeing
the
them.
only thing you know about me is how I look, and you booed.
Yeah. No, that's a great one. It's a great pick.
I mean, you can't do that.
BBD, back to you.
I have one pick that is kind of too similar to another pick. I'm gonna go with one that made my board pretty late. Like any sort of like children's recital.
Oh, okay. Like a kid's play.
Yeah, or like a play. Like whether it's like a dance based or music based or whatever it is.
You ever been?
Performance. Yeah. I have like young cousins that like,
okay.
I've been.
The dance
I'd
recital.
like to.
The dance recital game
What?
is some of the more like messed up situations ever. They last 5 hours.
Sounds like you've considered throwing out a couple boos.
I had to film a bunch. That's my history with them. When I was videographer, there was like 3 dance recitals in Connecticut that I filmed 3 years in a row or something like that. They're fucking long, dude. One, I had to wear headsets just because, like, dude, can you guys give me the headsets of the radio that you guys all talk to about, like, lower the lights, raise the lights, start the music? Like, 'cause I just need something else going on in my
Right.
head. But they're 6 hours long, and the teachers dance,
Yeah.
and like I almost wanted to boo that. Like, this is already 6 hours long.
Right.
You teachers can't have your own dance. Like, literally,
Not today.
no one is here
Not today.
to watch you guys dance.
Yeah.
They want to watch their little kids. So, like, you cannot boo at those, but there's times where, like, every single person in the audience is holding in a boo.
Yeah. Or like if, again, it starts to get into movie scene mode, so it's a great answer, BBD. But like if a kid was clearly just being like a jerk, you boo that kid. Like that's when you teach him a life lesson.
Yeah.
Like if the kid's getting in the way of the recital, boo.
Yeah, or
You need to learn right now.
or one dancer.
But
you
that's
know,
an outlaw. You're saying the kids perform
like the kids performing
the
that, like,
Hannibal,
they
Missouri
signed, they were in the
song
class,
from Huckleberry
like,
Finn.
yeah.
like school play
It's a C
type
plus.
thing.
You can't just boo them.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
because it sucks. They're really bad at it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
throwing out there, I'm open to a 5th round.
I'm not.
Thin board. Thin membrane. Okay. I've got in my head right now I've got 2 chalky ones. And then I've got one that I just can't get out of my head, and it's
Okay.
not fantastic.
Okay.
But that might be my last set. Okay. Let me pick between my 2 chalky ones. No, because I think you can do that. I'm going to go with wife during labor.
Okay. Wife during labor.
Yeah, because I mean, even if they start having a bad time or they're
Booing at the wife.
yeah, you can't boo them.
Because if there's a doctor or a nurse that's kind of fucking up the vibe, you can boo.
Yeah,
There can be boos in the room.
your
You just
wife
can't boo
during
wife.
labor.
Unless she's like,
No,
just to let you know, this isn't yours.
no, I don't think you even
Hey, before
boo
it
then.
pops out, I just want to let you know
Because
there's a chance
the
this one's not yours.
Priority's still to get that kid out, even if it's not yours.
Yeah, she can't fuck up the
You
kids.
can boo after,
Okay.
but you can't do it during.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure the reaction to that would be a boo. Just kind of be sad.
Yeah, like
Mad.
boo's just inappropriate in there. Doctors, nurses, easy
Yeah.
boos.
Yeah.
One
You
of the
can boo
easiest
them.
boos of the day.
Maybe it's game 3 of the World Series, and the Yankees just like give up a home run in the background.
Right. That's at the screen, not at your wife.
Yeah. No.
All right, and the one I can't get out of my head,
yeah.
and it just takes me back to a different point of life, and it's how much that matters at the time. Your driver instructor.
What?
Like, when you're 16, 17, and
Yeah.
you're going to get your license,
yeah.
and you're, doing your test,
Yeah.
and, like, that light in the world for you
Yeah.
that day,
Yeah.
don't boo your driving teacher.
How? Yeah. I like don't piss off that guy, but how would you
Yeah.
boo him?
How do you boo anyone?
They just walk in, you start
You just
booing.
boo them.
Okay.
They try to
can't
correct
do
you and you boo them or something like that. You can't boo them on that
Okay.
day. They
Doing that.
stand between you and getting your license. You're not booing that person.
I had a very similar pick on my board, and I'm glad you took it because it eliminates. I had like cops while they're investigating you, or like I guess like a traffic stop, like during the stop.
Yeah.
Like boo cops all you want, but
Oh, BBD.
not
my
to get political.
God. Okay.
But like
wouldn't
if they're
boo a
like
cop.
if you are the target of
I wouldn't
them,
boo a cop.
it's a bad
I'd say
idea.
don't like boo a cop.
I'd find it. Yeah, no.
Well, if you're just like
We
walking
don't want
by,
to encourage that.
I'm not saying like you can go ahead. I just don't care. But
They were doing if anyone's doing something bad.
I don't care about it. But it's not good behavior.
Yeah.
Um,
I've got my board.
but like while they're after you, no, can't. Not my pick.
Well, it is your pick.
My pick is coming up.
I didn't pass my driver's license first time because my dad pissed off the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
You've heard that story?
I probably have. I don't know the specifics.
We were moving to California like in a week, so we were trying to get the Connecticut license like as fast as can, and we like made a impromptu appointment, and I was driving my dad's friend's car that I had never like seen before,
Yeah.
and we didn't have insurance for that car, so my dad printed out like the insurance. It was the insurance info, but it wasn't the card. And he printed it out double-sided and then, like, Scotch tape laminated it and sticked it together and handed it to the guy. And the guy just looked at my dad and, like, just peeled it apart slowly in front of his face and said, "We can't accept this." And I was like, this is a tough start to my driver. And the Connecticut driver's test is, like, the easiest thing in the world. I was like, this is a tough start.
That's a person you don't want to piss off on that day.
Oh, yeah, because then the first thing they made me do was parallel park, and I asked all my friends that took it in Connecticut, and no one had to parallel park.
Yeah.
And it was we didn't even get driving. He just goes, "Can you parallel park?"
That's a person who can mess up your day so easily.
I didn't get my license till I was in California, like 6 months later.
Yeah.
Passed it with flying colors. It's such a harder test in Connecticut. Connecticut's written was like 9 questions, and then you drive like around a quiet block.
Yeah.
California's written is, I think, 50 or 30 questions, and you drive like highway, town, everywhere.
New Jersey, our written test was long.
New Jersey's tough.
Yeah,
New Jersey's rules
I think
are
it was like a
tough.
50-question test, but the
And their
Tested- I did,
probation,
like, a course or
New Jersey
whatever.
had the craziest probation length and like
Yeah.
all that stuff. Or at least they did back when I knew about this.
the GDL laws. Is that what they're called? Don't remember, but they were nuts. For my last pick, there's a chalky answer that I don't want. It's not fully true to me. And the two other ones I'm considering are similar to picks I already have that I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go with one similar to your driving instructor pick. Once this one came into my head last night when I was thinking about it, I kind of just haven't been able to get it out of my head. Going with like the garbage man.
Yeah.
Or like or I suppose that can be like a janitor, but like your garbage man, like in your town, picking up your garbage. What's the benefit to booing him? He's just doing you a service, picking up your garbage.
Sometimes they can be
like, even if they're doing a bad job.
Sometimes those guys.
How bad a job could they really be doing? They're gonna just pick it up and do their job.
My new town's rules on garbage. I almost want to send a letter to the town that just says.
But the man
that's
picking
a totally
it up.
different.
Have you heard?
the
Have I shared?
rules.
It's nuts,
Yes.
man. There's 4 different days.
Yeah.
There's 2 different recycling days. One for paper, one for non-paper, and they
Plastic.
don't
General
take
rubbish day.
plastic. I have to drive that to the supermarket and dispose
So
of it
there's
myself.
4 days and none of them are plastic.
Yeah. And then there's like a garbage day, and then it's so confusing, and I wouldn't want to boo the men who are driving the truck, but I want to boo whoever
not on them.
invented this.
Absolutely.
So hard.
That's why they're not on the board.
Yeah.
It'd be such a
Town
so
hall.
no benefit to you to boo them.
Boo some
also,
town
it's just so silly.
Go to your town hall and let out a couple boos.
Yeah. This waste. Don't do it.
All right.
Don't go to town hall.
Another night.
Yeah. Is that and I'm up?
You have one more
You
pick.
have your
You wrote
last
down
pick.
children's recital because you didn't realize you.
I was on the wrong
wrote
line.
it on
Yeah.
BBDs.
Well, BBD took my waiter's pick. So I'm out.
The
So I've been
service
searching this whole time in my head. And the biggest thing I came up with is your mom's cooking.
That was yes.
My mom
On
cooked
one
for
of
us
the ones I
every
was
night.
picking Between.
And there's a lot of meals that she herself would say, I guess I'm not making this one again.
Yeah.
But you eat that.
All right.
And you just
When
say,
it's happening.
And you just say, yeah, Mom, I don't think, we don't need that one again. And that's all.
I didn't love that.
A lot of times my mom would put food down and say, this came out bad. I tried it. It's not good.
Right.
But this is dinner. And you say, thanks for cooking, Mom.
Yeah.
And you just eat it.
I had generally speaking like a home cooked meal on my board, but I had already taken waiters, waitresses, so I didn't.
There's
do
home
that.
cooked meals you can boo.
Yeah, I guess
Because,
that's,
I have an
If
uncle.
it's made with love.
I have an uncle who, every time we went to his house, he cooked food, and it's just boo, dude. No one likes this. You're not cooking
Why
for...
are you undertaking this responsibility?
He's cooking things for, himself.
right.
And it's no one wants only rabbit stew for dinner tonight,
Yeah.
which is something that happened.
I guess.
Boo. But your
I'm
mom,
trying to-
you don't boo your mom when she cooks for you.
What if your mom kept making coconut dishes?
It's still not a boo.
Okay.
It's just Mom, I don't like coconut. You have to know this at this time. Moms, after
you can't
cooking for
insult
family,
someone's cook.
you can't say, they're in a bad mood.
Sometimes.
They're in a sensitive mood.
Yeah.
Because, I cooked last night,
Right.
and, by the end of it, I'm like, this is dinner, let's fucking eat it.
Yeah,
And
between
if someone...
between the time that the dinner is ready and the consumption time, those are tense minutes.
let's sit down, let's eat. That's right.
Yeah.
And, Mom says dinner's ready, you go to the
Respect
table.
what I just did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't insult the cooking. It might be you don't like this kind of food. Like if in the coconut example, it's Mom, I just don't like coconut.
No
you,
booing.
You did a good job, but
I read it was a joke tweet or a meme or something, and it was your parents weren't not picky eaters. They're just the ones that bought the food. And it made me think, I'm yeah, because I always got so much shit for being picky as a little kid, but my dad is 10 times pickier than me.
Right.
And my mom's yeah, I just cooked around him.
Yeah.
And it's whoa, hold up.
You make a play.
Why'd I get in so much trouble if you're catering to him?
Yeah.
worked around his pickiness.
Yeah. I'm not a picky eater anymore, but I was as a kid. I was
Picky
very
kid.
picky as a kid. I'm done. BBD.
That's it.
That's it. That was the
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah.
We're done.
Okay.
We'll wrap
Confused.
it up.
Good boards all around. During sex, during labor, so Jake's got the life cycle there. Driving instructors is an interesting one.
I just that's
I don't think you mean instructor. You mean
test
tester.
administrators.
Yeah.
You're during your driver's license test.
Whoever the person in charge of
Administrator.
of you getting the license.
Yeah.
They stand for that brief period of time.
They stand between you and freedom.
A you and a big step in your life.
Like if you're on the normal timeline, at least in New Jersey, maybe other states were different. But like the test was on your birth, that'll like ruin your birthday to not get it. Like Just can't.
The other chalky miss for me was like you're a judge. Like if a judge stands between you and a bad time, try not to boo them.
But if you're in the audience,
Right.
and you boo,
You can boo
like
the.
that's
I think you could
just,
boo.
who booed?
Yeah.
I think you
funny.
could boo the results right after, though. That would be like the. Which I guess you can say the same about the driving instructor. It's like after the damage is done.
Right.
you can
Once
kinda
it
go ahead.
happens.
So I guess that's just a game you could play with anything.
I see Desmond in the chat right now, which kind of a funny one. Bouncers at a club.
No, you can boo those guys.
But they're being
Not if
an
you wanted to
asshole.
get in.
Sure, but
Right.
like if they're
They're being a
don't
dick.
trust your ID, or they are like let 5 people in ahead of you.
Right,
Like,
but
there's
that's-
so many scenarios where those people deserve boos.
That's when your objective. Again, I think we're
And
falling.
sometimes you have to boo them and leave.
We're
Yeah.
falling into a landing
It's
area where
over.
we're getting after. If your intention is to get in the club,
If your intention is to get
because
the,
you're
the
saying
result
you're absolutely
you want.
right. If you're up on that and you boo the bouncer, then that's fun. But that's when your end result has been.
You know
taken
you're
away.
not going anymore.
Yeah.
The chalky pick that I almost took just for value in the last round, but didn't, like puppies.
You can boo puppies.
Yeah, see, that was
Chalk-
going to be a
chalk,
tricky one
but-
for us because we like shit talking animals because they don't understand.
No,
it's
it's like-
cute. It's ironical.
fun.
Yeah.
You can't, but like a genuine. That kept me from a few things I was considering.
Anyone that
putting on
doesn't
the
know
board.
what boo means, you can boo. Because then it's funny. Like
Right.
dogs or frogs, like they're not going to get hurt.
The Ogs.
So I was drafting for things that
They don't
like
care.
you're going to
Right.
hurt someone's
There's an
feelings.
effect.
Yeah.
There's an effect.
Yeah.
There's a bunch in here that
Fans.
that work for me. Fans, if you're a player, was on my board.
Fans, if you're a player,
Grandmothers, which you said.
could see that.
You can boo individual fans.
Yeah, if you have a problem with this guy,
Right.
even if you're a player. I had in general, like you couldn't pick a specific athlete because like they inherently get booed, but I put Otani on my board because he's really cool and like all the fans baby him and get mad
Interesting.
when like they got so mad 2 months ago when Ottavino said the birthday thing.
You can, yeah, you can.
You
boo
can
Ohtani.
you can do it, but that was more
I
a
think he
commentary
gets
on the
boos.
fans being dickheads to him. Wasn't gonna pick it, but joke that made me laugh.
I mean, Aaron Boone had a good line the other day that said, "When your last name's Boone, you never get booed."
Yeah. Did you see like some people didn't get the joke?
Yes.
But sometimes I know no one gets. There's people that don't get anything.
Right.
Sometimes I still just get so shocked. How could you miss that joke?
This one.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe if they got to hear him say it, I guess, but like it was just
You got to put it together. Name starts out
people
with
are
boo.
stupid. Yeah.
Name starts out with boo. But yeah, internet.
Zach was on my board.
That's true. That's true. Don't boo Zach.
Don't do it.
Don't boo Zach.
Your local librarian.
Oh,
you
you
can
can
boo
boo
them.
those.
Yeah,
people.
but it made me
I
laugh
booed
to
them.
write that down.
I booed.
There's a lot of jokes for me in here. The Phillies infield.
The
on the
trope
board
of
here.
like the nice librarian is the maybe one of the wrongest things ever.
Interesting.
Like I go to libraries.
Right.
I got like a library card at last 2 towns I lived in. They're mean. They're gatekeepers of their library,
Sure.
and they have all these rules. And I'm like, come on, like you're a public library and we're renting books.
know
and,
how
like,
the library's
you're
supposed to
charging us
work.
pennies. Like one time she wouldn't let me borrow a pen,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? This whole thing is about borrowing things.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a community, like center of sorts.
I feel like the librarian. Well, I mean, the trope is also the other end of the spectrum. The very mean librarian. I mean, I think that's out there more than the nice one
It
these
is?
days. Oh yeah,
I don't know if I've ever
the
seen that
stern
one.
librarian, absolutely. I think it's probably more relatable to teachers. Like, you know, there's good teachers, there's bad teachers.
You can boo
Oh, you
teachers.
can boo them.
I'm not talking
you
about
might feel
booing
bad
them.
about it
I'm
as an adult.
comparing teachers to the librarian. You're gonna have good ones. You're gonna have bad ones.
So you're saying it's the same.
Same scale, like whatever that percentage comes out in your head, 70-30, 60-40.
Yeah. You lap off the extremes.
Let's see.
Put the TV show Breaking Bad because I've never heard of somebody not liking it.
Yeah.
on the board. The princesses at Disney World.
Ooh, that's a pretty good
Which
one.
would just be a funny scene. But then I was thinking about it, and it's like, well, they're like adults, so like if they are really bad, you can boo them. And
Right,
it'd be funny.
that gets into the movie.
Like in
scene.
principle, like don't do it in front of the kids,
No.
I guess.
If-
But if you're somehow one-on-one, all adults,
A Disney princess doing her job, you should not be booing.
you shouldn't. But it could be very funny very easily. And it was, when it came down to decide if I was going to pick it, too similar to children's recital as far as like what the pick
Yeah.
symbolized. Just somebody trying their best,
Concept.
trying to perform.
Beautiful.
Good job, everybody.
Similar to the sex one, I had nudes that a girl just sent you, and then in parentheses I wrote, I assume. A lot of jokes on this board for me,
Good. That's what life's about, man.
but it wouldn't have been great picks.
Oh, all right.
Little League game.
There's a lot of booing at Little League games.
Yeah, it happens.
Right, at the kids. You'd have
umpires.
to say at the kids.
Yeah, but then you could just
But
then you
that's
just say kids
the
in
play.
general.
Yeah,
then.
that's
But, like,
doing doing the play, just a different set.
And I think if there's ever a time where booing at kids is acceptable, like Little League games or like kids basketball, like you can do like
You don't boo
shit
the
that's
kids.
booable. You probably shouldn't, but there's like a world.
You're booing parents.
If there's
you're
ever a
booing
time where
aunts.
There's
where
Little
booing
League
kids
games where
gonna
the kids
come
get
up.
booed. I mean, they're older. They throw at each other. They'll like spike each
Little
other.
League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're less than 10, it's not coming up, but you get into like your teenage years.
Yeah, that's after Little League.
Yeah.
Little League.
I booed some
12.
kids at like
Yeah.
basketball games before. Like some kids are like fouling really hard.
Also, kids can boo each other at the
Yeah.
Little League games.
There's kids can
and there's
boo
a
each
lot of
other.
booing that happens at.
That's like kind
Yes.
of the situation where if booing a kid is gonna be an option, that's where it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Like they intentionally walk kids, so there's always boos during that.
Oh yeah.
But you're booing the coach because they're telling
the
a kid to do
coaches.
that.
Yeah.
booing the coach for doing it. Somehow the umpire for letting it happen. Not their call, but just you're booing the umpire for letting it happen. Umpires get
They're kids.
the ire.
That's the whole thing.
That's the boo draft.
That's
the
the
boo
boo
box.
Shout out Nick Bubak. Don't boo Bubak. Actually, he plays through it. He'd probably love a good boo.
I think he's
He'd
more like
lean
booing.
into it.
He's
He
like,
goes,
no one can boo in a boo.
Everyone,
box.
boo.
Bach.
Yeah, that's obvious.
That is obvious.
ATO.
Ooh, the other pick I liked was a gift you just got from your aunt. Do it in front of them. Your parents get so mad at you for being rude.
There's a punishment that comes with that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Like just don't do it.
Boo.
Bzz.
Appropriate times to boo.
Everywhere else.
Next week.
Everywhere else, yeah. Guys taking too long to get out of the parking lot.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah. Yeah. Whew. All right. We go to halftime. We have a package here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Halftime's brought to you by DraftKings. The NFL is back, and DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. They're giving all new players a can't-miss offer for Week 1. You bet $1 on any NFL game during the first week of the season and receive $200 in free bets instantly, no matter what. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Jomboy to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any Week 1 game. That's promo code Jomboy to get your free $200 in free bets instantly for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, only. New customers, only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. We have something from eBay?
Whoa. Holy smokes. And my guy, Normal Dog, in the chat, I did have it on my board coming in. A ghost. Again, that's someone who's between you and potentially a bad time.
Luke's friend
Yes.
moved into an apartment, and they took a video of them playing the Ring game, and there's a ghost in the background, and they move out, and they swear on their life I'm skeptical as ever.
Sure.
Hey, Luke, if you're listening, can you bring that video in? I deleted all the videos off my phone the other
Sorry,
day
Luke.
because I was out of storage.
Gets frustrating.
The ring game? Should I know what that is?
You have a ring and a hook. And
Ring
you-
toss game.
Gotcha. So
yeah.
Ring on a string.
Ring on a string.
Gotcha.
We
Okay,
have it.
I know that game.
We have it
Okay.
down the shore.
And there's an in the background of the video.
My
The
only
video wasn't supposed to be
My
about
only
that.
thing is if you were to have a shot from the whole wide room, the girl who drops the ring like lunges forward for it to try and like go after it, and her shadow of that quick movement is what we're seeing. They moved out of the apartment. They like just moved in. They saw the video. They moved out like the next day. But
Ghost.
I put it in Adobe Premiere, and I was messing with the shadows and the contrast because I'm not a ghost guy.
Right.
And this was like the most like, what the hell is that I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. You want to boo
Yeah, I
that
haven't
ghost.
been able to provably.
Like if you found one in your home, you definitely want to come to a good agreement with it and not just boo it off the rip.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow. Did
From
someone
the Bay.
from Ray?
Ray from eBay.
Wait, that's the seller.
I think the person who they bought from would be.
Yeah, that's just the seller. I don't think he knows
Yeah.
us. So we don't have a note. We don't know who's bought us this.
I don't think so.
We didn't buy it for ourselves, did we?
I think we
which
would
would
have.
be
If we
funny.
bought it for ourselves, we would have sent it directly to the office. So
It's
I
a
know.
table football set.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't know if we bought it for ourselves.
Yeah, we could have. We could have not.
because we wanted to buy. Like
Right.
we said, we wanted to buy
think
field
if-
goals. So
Sam might have bought that.
yeah.
Either way.
or someone bought it for ourselves.
Or if someone else did. Thank you.
Sam can come in and
Thank you to
confirm
whoever
she-
got
she
this.
wants.
Thank you to whoever got this. Sam, was it you? Was it you?
Could it be you?
Who the hell put bouillon cubes in the shower head? Was it you? Trying to open. We should play this down the shore. There's a big old table.
Play it tonight if we wanted to.
Probably not got a lot of plans down the.
I wonder. Yeah, we can play it today. We have to record some today.
Oh, we have someone
Someone's
coming in.
coming
Ghost,
in.
Luke, or Sam. Ghost. Damn.
Ghost, so you were
Ghost.
listening?
No, Kyle texted me and said they need you and JJR going to the studio.
Wanna
Can you
see the
show
Ghost.
Jake and BBD the ghost video? And then do you think they'd care if we put that on for the audience? Okay.
Where are you at with Ghost, Luke?
We're talking to Mike.
So we don't have. Yeah.
Luke's in here. He heard that I requested the ghost video.
Luke's the one that dated a ghost.
I don't believe in ghosts, if that's the question.
So what do you
No
think
one
that video
asked.
is then?
I think they just moved into their apartment. I think it was like a homeless person who had been living in an empty apartment. And then,
Wait, you think it's a
That's
real person?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's scarier, Luke.
That's so much worse than a ghost, and you have to know that.
They moved in.
I don't think so. I'd take.
Luke, do you know that I brought this into Adobe Premiere and I was like changing the contrast and zooming in and going really slow because it's the closest I've come to thinking
Team Ghost.
it's a ghost. And Katie is the biggest Team Ghost person. So BBD's heart just sunk.
Oh my god.
Can you go? Yeah, Jake, let everyone watch Jake's face as he watches this.
Like in the background there?
Yeah.
You'll see it
The doorway.
when the camera turns.
Okay, so we've got a lady of sorts. She's dropping the ring. We're following it. We're following it. A doorway appears on the left. And yeah, I mean, there's a ghost there.
Weird, right?
I mean, not weird, just a ghost.
So you think ghost?
I'm Team Ghost.
Luke thinks it's a human that was hiding in the apartment.
I don't believe in ghosts.
I think I'd have to see it again. That view makes me think ghost.
There's
Just
like
the-
no
the
body.
gate.
It's just floating hair.
Yeah, hair. It's hair and like a very ghost out.
Can you
It
send
has,
this?
like,
it's
a
doing the
robe.
ghost walk.
It's floating. Can you
It's doing
send
the
this?
signature
Can you send
ghost
this to
walk.
BBD so we can share it with the audience somehow?
Did you tell them like the backstory after they saw the video?
They moved out.
Yeah, like they moved in, spent one night, posted that on Instagram. People texted them saying like, "Hey, what the hell was in the background there?"
Ghost.
And they woke up and moved all of their stuff out of their apartment and left.
They posted that before knowing it was
There.
there.
They
just posted that on
posted it
Instagram
as, like, just
Here's what I'll
fun
say.
and
video.
didn't notice until people. Were
There's
like, "Hey."
logistics to moving out of an apartment. How did that go? Like, did they just swallow a bunch of money, or were they like, "Hey, ghost in our apartment"? We're moving
I
out."
haven't checked back in, but
Okay.
we texted like the mom of the family to make sure that we weren't getting screwed with from our friend, and she was like, "Yeah, they moved out."
Yeah.
I'd move out.
'Cause of
I'd-
the ghost.
I'd figure. The only thing, Luke, that I think it might be is if there's an overhead shot and the girl who drops the ring, like chases the ring, you know, like takes a couple steps after it and then back, and there's somehow that's her hair. That's like a shadow on some, because there's string lights up, so there's weird shadows, not multi-directional shadows being cast. That's
You think it could be like a reflection of something?
her shadow. That's the only thing I think it might be. But it's the closest I've been because I believe the sender, I guess, unless this is 2001 and we're just all getting like,
Yeah.
God, like how do you know the mom?
I
was
will
not?
be mad if in a week it comes out and
This is like a
one of your
viral
buddies
video,
did a
that's-
prank or something.
or this is going around everywhere.
I can check back in.
What
get
if
an
we
update on
show
it
the
next week.
audience this video and they're like, "That's a viral video. You guys should be so embarrassed right now."
Because
I'd be
that's a
pretty
ghost.
embarrassed.
Yeah, we need.
So
to,
these aren't your friends? Who's the girl in the video?
My friend's cousins.
It's a fake.
Jake's saying fake.
But we texted my friend's mom, who's the sister of these girls' parents, and she said they moved out, and it was real. So without the mom's input, I'd still be.
How do we know
sketched
that was
out.
mom's number even? They just show you a text from mom? I got 20 moms on my phone right now. You're one of them.
My friend texted us this like in tears.
One of them. It's really creepy video. I don't-
Because that's a ghost.
I did a lot of.
I know what you're saying about the reflection stuff, and like
I don't
that's-
believe that.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm hoping for that.
Because
Otherwise,
there's
I'm pretty
it
hard.
goes behind a hallway where there would be no reflecting over there.
Yeah, it would go onto the new wall. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I mean it's either ghost, which I'm fine with, but it's so ghost, I'm going fake. Like that is to a T movie ghost.
I think I've got
Yeah,
it.
no, it is to a T movie ghost. Okay, here's the video. So she drops the ring. She looks over, and in the hallway, it's kind of dark.
Yeah.
It's dark on there. I might be able to mess with some colors.
Can you mess with the timing of it, BBD? Because when you slow-mo through the doorway part, you can really see
Yeah, see if you can
ghost.
see how there's all those weird shadows everywhere though, because the lights are like just the Christmas lights on 3 different angles.
Chat's starting to go in on my friend's cousin. Sorry.
That's fine though. Like you know my cousins. Like sometimes that can be someone close to you.
Sure. But even that, then I would just say, like, if you had the full credibility, like I would, like one of your cousins, Jake, whoever, Tyler, like I wouldn't even report it from them. I would say the story's from you.
Well, how close are you to this friend?
It's Mike. You know Mike.
Oh, yeah, I trust Mike. A lot of people, like the homeless person in the chat is getting a lot of things.
Well, that's Al Atkinson, and, you know, he kind of had the same reaction we all had. He said, oh, LOL, yeah, that's a ghost. Because there's no argument against
and like
it.
the gate,
It's
it
just
has
if it's
too
a real
is
ghost.
That's the thing.
The way it's moved.
What you have to prove here is that it's a fake viral video that we're getting duped on, or it's not a ghost. The default status is that's a ghost if it's real.
It's ghost or fake.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fine with either answer.
Aubrey says ghost or person dressed up, not a shadow. The shadow is me trying to justify it not being a ghost if it's real.
Right.
That's my homeless person. Your shadow is my squatter.
That's scarier to me than a ghost.
I'm trying to zoom in on it more.
I'd be more scared if I found out there was someone living in the house that I was in.
Homeless people have feet and don't walk like ghosts.
Yeah.
It's walking like such a ghost.
All right, Vince in the chat says obviously it's a homeless ghost, and if it is a ghost, it's
People
homeless.
are saying homeless.
That's
ghost.
that's a fact.
Well, I think if it's a ghost, it very much has a home.
or
and
maybe
they were
that
in
is
it.
its
it's
home,
not
yeah.
a well-off ghost.
No, no income.
Yeah, no.
You guys saying goats or ghosts?
I was saying Gox.
C in there. Yeah, I mean, I have this. Okay.
Can you text it to me?
Final options.
I deleted all the videos on my phone. I was out of storage.
Ghost. We all agree on that.
Yes.
Family Feud style. Ghost would be like 62 votes. Man. Okay. I'll give my analysis. We're getting duped. And it's a video that's been edited to put a ghost in there. Good job.
It's a lot of effort for
work.
like.
It's a lot of work.
Super ground.
But like you said, the
because
internet
this-
used to work that way.
But it did. But nowadays, you just post this on. This never got picked up anywhere.
I was
right?
gonna say, did anyone in the chat? I can't read the
JJR.
chat. Did they say
But
that?
but this is
they've
2
seen
weeks
it?
ago.
Has
Right.
anyone seen it? Because then I'd be worried if people.
I haven't seen anybody say like, "Oh, this video was out there."
Yeah, no, because if this was
Maybe that's why Luke's the fucking plant to get it on our show so it fucking gets to the internet. So soft.
that's what I'm saying. If they wanted this to be a gotcha, I think
We just
it's
got
it's
got.
the most slow play gotcha ever, which I don't believe in. So I'm going 50% fake,
Okay.
45%.
What level? What do you mean by fake?
Gotcha.
Like what we're talking
Yes,
about? Gotcha.
50% gotcha journalism.
Okay, so that's your number one.
Yes,
Okay,
because I have
so
to.
that's even higher than me.
I'm going 45% ghost.
Okay,
I'm going 40% ghost.
okay,
40.
okay,
I'm going 5% homeless person
okay.
or person. And I'm going 5% unknown.
Not allowed.
No, 5% it's something that I can't figure out.
I mean, that's where we're already at.
I think that's
the
what
current game.
ghost is.
That's a
No,
current
ghost
game.
is ghost.
So some other sort of paranormal.
Could we have one example of unknown?
How the fuck am I supposed to tell you what I
That's
don't
thought.
know,
That's what I was
dude?
worried about.
I think
That's what
ghosts-
was
Like
I just think
shadows
ghost
goes
and
in that
unknown are
bin,
the
but
same
someone else might
category.
have a different theory.
Okay.
I'll wait. I'll allow any other theory.
I have one of them.
Spider on the wall, that's a shadow of that, actually.
I have one of them acting it out over homeless person.
Can
I'm
I-
surprised how high we are on homeless person.
Can I tell you something that I don't like that leads me way deep into the fake?
Go on.
The first words of the video are the girl saying go, telling her to drop the string. Like, I'm recording you, go.
Right.
But she says it like this, go.
Well, that was the ghost saying it.
Or, you're getting
They were
people.
playing against each
You're
other.
getting people in the ghost mindset when you say go.
It was that human girl versus
Show
the
it.
ghost.
Play it into the mic.
That's the ghost. She's playing against the ghost.
That's the only thing where I'm like, she's really setting us up to be in spooky mode by saying go. Because that's what ghost sounds like. You know?
She's really been in the pods or something.
I'll say if I saw this on Twitter casually, I would be like, that's fake. Like if it was already
Yes,
viral
yeah.
enough
That's
when I
just
saw
Fully
it, it's
agree.
fake.
Yeah.
Fully agree. But that's not the way this came to people's phones.
Yes. And Jake, I think you're forgetting the part that they moved out. So if you don't believe that, it changes the fake and acting
The
stuff.
homeless
but if you do
person?
believe
No, the two.
that they actually left the apartment, if you
Sure,
keep
but
that,
that's where I asked about like lease details and stuff because that's
Well,
not
that's
as
part
easy
of,
as
that's,
it
that's
sounds.
part of the we don't believe.
that's what I'm saying. So if like Jake said, it's more likely to be them dressing up as them being a homeless person than it's just saying you don't believe that they moved out.
Right, but we know nothing about the actual move out details.
I'll get some info for next week.
Yeah, like the fake is.
It takes a lot to move out of an apartment. You can't just say,
Guest
I've
interview?
got
Kinda
a.
can't just, like,
Hey,
go.
I got a ghost vid. I'm leaving. That's not how that
Could
world
you
works.
go to
You just
sleep
eat-
in
you
that
just eat
apartment?
money. I'm guessing they just ate first and last month.
Right, but not. I mean, then you still have like the lease. Like
You still need to go get somewhere else. to
that's
live.
not the end game necessarily. Like
You can break a lease. I
lose
broke
your
a lease.
deposit, right? But you have to pay more on top of that. So if they did
might
that and they paid,
Probably 3 months.
if they paid 3 to 4 months rent for one day and the ghost vid, then we're starting to get more on the ghost path. But the fact that we don't know that right
Yeah.
now, that doesn't help me.
Yeah. Bring him on the show. Get Mike here.
I want to get the girls.
If you wanted to follow the girl
Call
in the
Mike.
video, if you wanted to follow her on Instagram, how long would that take you?
10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so follow her and report back to us what she says.
I don't know if we can after the voice comment.
She's just a bunch of ghost vids.
Why?
Well, there's
What do you think? We
The
got
other
voice
girl.
trackers on here?
Jake, if you
She said.
it's what she said.
Jake, if you were
Go
in
on.
that situation
Yeah.
and you watched that video and
I'd
it was
like to be.
totally real to you at that time, would you be able to continue to live in that apartment?
No.
Wait, when we say fake, we think the whole thing's a setup. Like Mike's getting got.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying if it isn't,
No, I'm.
then
I
you
know.
know, then the
I'm-
money and the rent and the breaking lease doesn't matter. You can't
Yeah.
stay in
Right,
that
doesn't-
apartment.
that
No,
doesn't
but
hang me
that's
up.
part,
I'd eat that money.
That's
especially
part
their-
of the story, though. When you hear about it, it's not just we moved out. It's like, yeah,
moved
they
out after
they
one day,
threw
had to
3
play.
months at it,
Yeah, I
and they
agree with
just
that.
got out of there. Like you hear about it. That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
fact that's not part of the details is
Okay.
suspect.
Fair.
Okay. Some
They
people think
spent
splatter.
one day in that apartment and they left. Cool, old man Ichabod.
Ichabod Crane, so ugly.
So ugly.
This stays in JJR.
When you Google
This fucking stays in JJR. I have a really good Halloween idea.
I mean, you know that I don't care. Because Jake's told me a lot of really good Halloween ideas, and he never does them.
No, I promised you one, and that never happened, and that's fine. But Ichabod Crane's got no head, right? Or he loses his head? Or is that someone else?
She get decapitated by the horseman? Or what am I thinking?
Or does the horseman have no head?
Well,
There's a
headless
headless
horseman
horseman.
for sure doesn't have a head.
So Ichabod
think
Crane
Ichabod
is chased by the
Crane-
headless horseman?
I don't think Ichabod Crane's a headless horseman, but I really
he
don't
does
know.
lose a head.
Is the headless horseman a part of Thichabod Crane?
Well, this picture says Ichabod Crane and the headless horseman, so I think so.
So they're combined. I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny if I wore short shorts and a half shirt and then a turtleneck that covered my face and I was Thichabod Crane.
I don't know if people would get that.
Nobody would get it. That's what makes it a good costume.
Headless horseman is his own guy.
But they're in the same tale
What is that? Yeah.
in the Dutch settlement of Tarrytown.
Does Ichabod Crane become headless?
I don't think so. Dude, Ichabod Crane's one of the all-time ugly.
So then the Halloween costume, you'd have to encompass the whole story. So I'd have to hold that book or something.
Like, how do you draw this and not?
Tough nose there. It's a tough nose.
Beauty, can you put this on screen whenever you can?
That is tough.
How do you draw that? Almost when you draw that, you have to feel so bad for the fictional character you're drawing. You know, they say artists have to
Right.
feel the life of the person they're drawing and
Or even more relatable, because we're talking about a lot of stuff today on JJR. There's kids that are probably still named Ichabod, right? It's not a big name. Go to your favorite website.
that's my second favorite website after Baseball Reference.
Um,
Dude, there can't be kids named Ichabod.
I would feel pretty bad, for the handful of Ichabods every year
there can't be
that
kids
when
named
they get old enough, they have to see this.
I lived off Ichabod.
Ichabod's got to be a hipster name now, no?
Dude, I'd be shocked if it ever cracked the top 1,000 names.
Really? I thought you were going to say top 500.
Where's my name chart? Website?
Yep, back to my Blitzball.
Dude, hold on.
Are you not finding your second favorite website?
Okay, I am. They just, it's not even, it doesn't have a chart.
Should we buy it?
I don't think it's a real, I don't think people are named Ichabod. It
People are
doesn't,
named Ichabod.
it doesn't have a chart.
Chartless.
No chart. I typed in Jake, and I was like, the chart's right there for you, and now there's no chart for Ichabod.
Ichabod, not a real name.
Yeah. Ichabod is currently not ranked in U.S. births. So, it's just not
Oh.
hitting the census.
Just had a bad bite. Are you sure you're not looking up lady Ichabods? Because I know there's no lady Ichabods.
No. No, it says, it has it as name, Ichabod. Gender, male. Origin, Hebrew. Meaning, departed glory. But it then says Ichabod is not currently ranked in U.S. births. It's not currently on the top charts. Like, I just don't think it's hitting the census.
Right.
Look at the picture we're looking at. You can't name your kid Ichabod.
Right.
If that kid turns 10 and is like, what did you name me after?
So, like, if I go to LinkedIn and I search for Ichabods.
Yeah, or Facebook. But Facebook might come up with a lot
Yeah,
of...
Facebook gets a little trickier. Does anyone here know an Ichabod?
Dude, I don't... I mean...
The Irf in the chat says there is an Ichabod that goes to Ichabod Crane High School in upstate New York. Look it up. I personally know him.
I mean, that's almost as fake as the ghost story. Ichabod goes to Ichabod High School? No, he doesn't.
He's probably like king for a day. That might be funny.
I'll tell you this, man. Facebook doesn't even come up with... It comes up with one dude or two. All right, maybe there's, but they're like in parentheses has like a real name.
Well, you can't go by Ichabod.
This guy, apparently this guy's name is Ichabod. And look,
Yes.
might be a nickname because he kind of looks like him.
Ichabod.
Dude, I believed I lived off Ichabod Road. Isn't that a road in Southbury?
I don't know.
It is. Yeah.
It's fun to say.
Ichabod.
Ichabod.
Ichabod Crane. Yeah, Fish Rock turned into Ichabod, Southbury. How about that? I believe Ichabod took you to Russian Village. I don't know.
So thanks for getting us the paper football game, Sam.
Yes. I don't know how well this is going to work because I don't even know what's happening. here.
Pre-made footballs.
These are kind of small.
It looks like you fold down.
Yeah, I think we want the point of the pre-made one. We want ones with like long posts.
Yeah, we were hoping for high posts. Those almost hurt, if anything. What is that? Come on.
This is a classic my wife ordered from Amazon situation. Katie orders everything in the wrong size. Everything.
Yeah.
We have like a coffee table. She's getting better at it because I'm like, hey, did you check the size?
Right.
So that helped her out a lot. I mean, she has bought some comically wrong size things.
Yeah.
She just doesn't check the size of things. Like she bought a bedside or like a nightstand that just doesn't fit in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's like the biggest thing in the world. And then at times
It's tough to go too big.
Yeah.
Too small can happen.
She'd gone too small
Life
too.
happens.
I think it was like a lot of
Going too big's kind of a no-no.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Just like comically wrong size. Love you, Katie.
Love you, Katie.
What's next? Is that halftime? We done?
Yeah. One more of them.
What's that?
It's one more thing we could do.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, our dude's Oso Rojo. A while back during a halftime, Cam from Oso Rojo sent us a bunch of his hot sauces. We try them. Courtney was using the hot sauce yesterday on her lunch. Saw it out there.
Really, Courtney?
Yes.
I had no idea.
And my other sister was in Denver, went to a farmer's market, and bought some from their stand.
Remember when we met the Oso Rojo guy?
And he didn't tell us who he was. And then we found out on Instagram that our picture was with the Oso Rojo guy, Cam. I DM'd him. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
The hell, Cam?
Tell us who you are. I think we told that story, and that's why Normal Dog had his name tag that said Normal Dog on it.
Because then
You
we
know,
instructed
I,
people, whatever the next meetup is, if we know you as a different name, wear a name tag.
Jim, I like to break down these ads recently.
Okay. Break down.
Have you ever
Middle
used a
America.
condiment?
Yes.
You should try Oso Rojo.
Huge.
Wow.
You're the target market.
Small batch hot sauce, handmade with fresh ingredients by a chef. The flavor is before the spice. Awesome flavors like orange ginger, jalapeno garlic, habanero mustard, and umami bomb. Up your at-home cooking game and enhance your takeout experience. Check out the recipes on the website under the recipe tab. Go to www.osorojohotsauce.com and use discount code Jomboy at checkout for 10% off your order. Classic marketing trick by me there, BBD. you say jalapeno, and then someone in the comments is going to be like, does he really pronounce it like that? And then people are going to go back and listen to it, double clicks.
I say Oso, you say Rojo. Oso.
Rojo.
Now they're going to go, BBD, that's a classic marketing.
It's a classic marketing trip.
It's actually a class.
So all of our South American listeners are going to be like, wait, did he really say Rojo?
This guy dumb? Hey, check out. He's at this timestamp. Check it out.
Are we talking about Ted Lasso?
Oh, you guys want to talk about
we
Ted
should
Lasso?
talk about Ted Lasso.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
Closest thing I have to a book club.
Close.
Actually, I'm in a book club. Just don't participate.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. The last update we had was the Christmas episode, which Jake and I were like, nice episode, but a little disappointed. Had nothing to do with it. When I found out the reasoning behind it, I was a little more like, that's fair. The next 2 episodes, dynamite.
I think given all that, the Christmas episode was like
Good, well done.
Like
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah.
like feel complete. Like
I wish I
broke
knew
up the
It was what it
story.
was. It's
I
not
wish
the
I
world
knew
works
ahead
that
of
way.
time, like the next episode's not going to further the plot,
Right.
and I would have enjoyed it
Like,
much more.
Honestly, I don't know.
It didn't do
We forget
nothing, but-
how dumb society is, but like, if they open the episode like with that, I think us three, a lot of the JJRs would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had to sneak in a bonus up? Sure.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy this.
Yes.
But yeah, when you're searching for the storyline and like, I had mentioned it last time when they casually mentioned like they had gotten their first win and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was going to be a moment, and then you're in just a Christmas episode. Episode 5, Rainbow, I think when Ted Lasso is all said and done, will be remembered as a favorite episode.
I watched them back to back, so they're like
Post road
the
trip.
same
they're
episode
fused
four,
to
yeah.
me, but I thought both of the next 2 were
The 2 best.
exact same level as season 1, if not better.
Yeah.
Like just really, really good episodes.
Yes, they were both delicious. Rainbow and the Signal, is what the other episode is back. Yeah, I mean you're definitely right on that. Like season 6 gets back to some of the
Season 2.
episode 6 gets back to some of the first season. You get some not lighthearted feels. You get some lighthearted feels. But for me, I think Rainbow goes down just because with the music and with Roy Kent running to the stadium, like I think that will just be remembered as a top 3 all-time episode. I think The Signal, episode 6, is very good. I think over time it's going to get lost in other Ted Lasso greats.
The Signal's pretty good though.
It was
'Cause
great.
It's a great,
Fantastic.
It's great character building or character arc for Jamie Tart, because everyone was kind of like, well, you didn't just completely become this
Right.
dude, and then the characters themselves are like, yeah, you didn't just completely become this dude. Like, we appreciate you being.
He's
nice
trying his
and
hardest.
trying your
Specifically
hardest.
trying to
Yeah.
just
But
not
what
be a
makes you
dick
you
anymore.
is you being a fucking
in the way
prick.
they tie it together with Roy
Yeah.
having to be the one to deliver that too. And dude,
Yeah.
how funny is that fucking scene when what's he say? Like, say that you're not pretty or you have bad hair.
He just runs through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, when he makes him agree. So
Which
You
also
have-
is a
and you
great
have
human
bad
side of Roy that like, I will do the dance with you. You just have to cross your line.
something I like doing and I do put stock into is IMDb episode ratings.
Sure.
Because like it's like 3,000 people and they're usually pretty honest. So I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. They have like an algorithm. This is just straight up. You can just vote, I believe. And Rainbow is the highest rated episode across both seasons right now.
Yeah.
And the next one is rated a 9, which would put it in the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of so far. And I think I agree.
Yeah, no, I mean, fantastic episode. How about that little deke they threw us? Because, Jim, I've told both you guys this a couple times that, when I watch, I try not to look ahead. Like, when the boss lady, what's her name? What's her character's name? Rebecca. When she's on their Tinder app. Why am I blanking on the name of that right now, too?
Harbor
Oh
or
my God.
Banter?
Banta. When they first in episode 5, and that's part of what makes the Rainbow ep so much, is that they cut away from her to Ted on his phone.
Yeah, you think it's
and
Ted.
you do the Ted gasp.
I think that was supposed to be you want the audience to think they're smart play.
It's a red herring. they call it.
Yeah.
Right. They teed that one up. So I wasn't even expecting that. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, yeah, I get it. That's a fun storyline. So then when they drop Samuel on you, the next
my
episode.
twist guess was going to be that it was Beard, but then the next episode he has the whole thing and be like, see, I forget her name.
Yeah.
Jane?
Jane? Yeah.
Yeah, Jane.
Beard and Jane. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. And there were so Nate's going to become a head coach now at the end of this season of something. There was...
He's going to get it offered.
The dynamic with Roy becoming a coach.
Yeah, so a
Nate
caveat
having
that
his
maybe a lot of people don't know is the first face you see in a season of TV is very important to writers. They're not gonna. It's not like a character's entrance to a season is or like a show in general or a movie is like very like you have to really think about that.
Sure.
And the first season started with a close up of Rebecca, and she goes through the biggest character change and swing and arc. Second season it was Nate. I believe that like this season is Nate's huge arc, and maybe they said it's season 3. That's only 3 seasons. Nate might be coaching a rival team, or he just is like the season ends with Nate's your team now. But he's going to be a head coach by the end of the series.
Yeah, I could see end of this season will be pretty quick. Mm-hmm. But you also have wiggle room with that with Roy.
point.
But I think Ted's gonna go away and Nate's gonna be interim coach.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I like that.
Could see that.
Other than being 3 I know Sudeikis said he plans on 3, but I think he had a quote saying like the audience likes it so much that might mess up our plans.
I hope they don't. I like when they keep things tidy
They're
and
at
stick
least
to their
like
arcs.
leaving the door open to go more than what they planned. So I'm sure it's making so much money.
Yeah, and interested to see, I guess, if you go not interim Nate. Yeah, if you continue the Wonder Boy thing a little bit. But actually,
The Wonder
like
Kid.
Roy Kent, the Wonder Kid. Roy Kent, who, the Dr. Cox of this show, who's the tough guy, but like the always right guy, he says nice words to Nate right at the end of the episode.
Shows
so
he
it's
very
tough,
much respects him.
tough to see that become a full rift. But
And
you
I
can
did
pretty
feel,
easily.
and they wanted you to, and they did it nice, like really bad for Nate when Roy comes and he's just like the Roy Kent effect, and he's coaching everyone up, and Nate was like,
Yeah.
so it was cool how they tied episode 5 where Rebecca's thing is being big and Nate's thing is spitting at himself in the mirror. Hilarious. And they tied that in the very next episode to him taking control of the game.
Yeah.
And running a very defensive play because he knew the other team. Like, it was fucking good, man. Those 2 episodes are really, really good. So I'd say, Jake, prepare yourself in the next 1 or 2 for a fluff episode. Because we know there's one more coming that we know that has nothing to do with the storyline.
That's what I'm trying, because don't they like list the episodes out? I mean,
it's not next. Next episode's called Headspace. We don't know what it's about.
We don't have like the full season.
I'm saying the last 3, they would probably want to be plotline and not mess with the last 3 of the season. So I'm going to say episode...
You think we get one more
8 or 9
fluffer?
They said there's one more fluff that has nothing to do with... so I think it's going to be 8 or 9.
To explain for the audience, it might not be on... It was supposed to be like 10 episode seasons. They told them they wanted 12. So
they wrote a 10. They wrote a 10 episode season. Then Apple said we want 2 more.
This seems like it's probably going to be a pretty heavy ep.
Yeah,
because the IMDb tagline sentence under it says, with things turning around for Richmond, it's time for everyone to work on their issues. Ted's discomfort, Nate's confidence, Roy's attention. Seems like part of the season they planned.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound
so
like the Christmas.
Doesn't sound like what
Smelly breath episode.
I'd say 8 or 9. Prepare
the
for
Christmas
fluff.
episode too. For it being a fluff episode, had like decent like character stuff, but
It was
obviously just like
delightful.
takes you out of it.
It literally was a one-off ep. Like it should
Yeah.
have been like if Ted Lasso does go 3 or 4 seasons and then it goes away for 3 years and people are demanding it. Like if they just
Should've come
dropped
back
that
for
as
a
the Christmas
Christmas
ep, they could have done that and it would have been like more successful.
Yeah, or just like some shows, like Big Mouth did it, where they like came back for a Valentine's Day episode between seasons.
Right.
Could have done that pretty easily.
Right? And wouldn't that have been such a bigger win for Ted Lasso
if
if they
come back with
casually,
that as its isolated
if
thing
they
beginning of
dropped
December?
a December 22nd Ted Lasso episode, it would have
As the
broke the
Christmas
fucking
ep.
internet.
What's a show you've seen every episode of?
Thrones.
Like, do you mean like a sitcom?
Yeah, I was thinking more funny or sitcom.
I mean,
Office, Parks and Rec.
The Office, Parks and Rec, in The Office, yes.
What do you think the most like highest rated Parks and Rec episode is, or do you have a favorite?
See, that's tough. So that's where episode 5, I think, was so good because I think it's got deep part that diehards were like. I think if you're loosely watching, you're going to like it and enjoy it as well. For The Office, God, I mean, Koi Pond's got to be up there. I feel like that's one that people are pretty big suckers for.
I would guess The Office is the finale of season 3 when Jim and Pam finally get together. I
Yeah.
would guess that's the highest rated.
I don't know, because obviously that hits a good spot in your core, but, like, Office is about being funny. And I think that's where I do think The Office is so big that you get into generic stuff. Like, I'm trying to picture, like, what's Kevin's chili episode? Like, people probably fucking love that just
Yeah.
because it's a funny opening scene.
And it
whole
came after
episode
the Super
probably
that
gets
was
a
the
lot of
first episode after
play.
the Super Bowl too.
Get emotional. Are you going, like, ratings, or are you going
IMDb rating.
Okay.
The Job, which is the one I'm talking about, is the highest rated of its season. It's got a 9.3. Casino Night has a 9.4.
Okay.
That's the season.
When he has got 2
finale?
dates, it's Jan and the other one.
Yeah.
Ooh, Goodbye Toby, 9.4.
Goodbye, Toby.
I think it's funny. Season,
What else happens? Does something else happen in that episode?
Goodbye
I'm just not
Toby.
that I'm just not
He
thinking.
falls in love with
Just when it's when Holly comes in.
Goodbye Michael. His last episode has a 9.8. That seems kind of like a
Right.
Yeah.
not fair.
That's not what we're looking for.
Man, season 8 doesn't even have an episode rated in the 8s.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I almost have a constorted? That's not a word. Distorted view of The Office. Like, season 9 almost didn't even happen in my head.
What's the season with Will Ferrell? We watched that and laughed. It's not the same.
I think
I don't think it's bad.
people
TV.
take it as a, like, some people are gassed by it. I enjoyed the Will Ferrell episodes, even if they're not.
D'Angelo Vickers.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, one of my most rewatched Office scene is where D'Angelo Vickers and Michael Scott meet up at the hotel bar and they don't know it. Those are some of my favorite 2 minutes of comedy. Do it once, you're hooked. So I hear. Can't say that. Don't tell my wife. I don't even know her.
Yeah.
Like, they just let Steve Carell and Will Ferrell go for it and open an episode of The Office.
On rewatches of those later seasons, in real time, I didn't like Robert California, but I was also early high school. But like now,
I don't really. I appreciate him.
I like what the character is doing.
Like, dude, season
The role
8,
it
I think, is
plays.
after Will Ferrell. That's season 7.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find the highest rated.
Michael, like,
oh,
dude,
yeah.
that Will Ferrell season, I think, gets overrated. Because, A,
Obviously, you're dropping off from Michael leaving.
yeah, you're
Obviously.
taking on an enormous task, but, like, Michael's Last Dundies is a part of that season. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, Michael. Threat Level Midnight. What was the one? I mean, Wolf.com, not great, but good. Andy's Play cracks me up.
Oh, that is really good.
So
You mentioned
I
that.
have The Office as a 7-season show.
You mentioned the season where nothing was above an 8. Does that last season did it bounce back at all?
2. The finale has a 9.8. So everyone
doesn't count.
liked how they wrapped it up. And then there's another episode in that season that had a 9.
Because like anecdotally, I remember feeling like, oh, that last season they like figured out how to do it and it'd be pretty good without Michael. It's like, yeah, it deserves to exist. It took him a while to get there.
Trying to find the highest rated Always Sunny episode. Because The Intervention's my favorite. I don't even remember what season. I think it's from season 6. But they have.
Like, what
There's
does the
just so
internet have
many.
as the number
Yeah,
one?
what's the consensus
the
between like the
top-rated.
3,000 people that vote here? What episode is Charlie McDennis? A lot of the ones that are 9s are good.
I was gonna say Charlie McDennis is at least a personal favorite. My friends and I, like my high school friends, we like made our version of that.
Season
Most creative
5,
we ever got.
episode 4 is The Gang Gives Frank an Intervention. Only an 8.8. Not bad.
Not bad.
It's my favorite episode. All right. Do we have Dennis Systems pretty high?
Yeah, that adds up.
Do
That
we
might
do we
be
have news?
We do have news. Someone in the chat asked me to flash that on the screen when we're done talking.
The Gang Gets Analyzed is amazing. And that's a later season. That's
Yeah.
like season 13 or something.
The late season episodes are good.
There
So
was
it's hard to call it
one
a
where I didn't
classic.
like, and then it got better.
Dude, I think I told you this on the road trip. Or maybe I didn't. But I just wanted to put it into the ether on JJR. I can't believe whenever Higgins pops up on the screen, I laugh. I enjoy Higgins so much.
He's so good.
And
You
I
just
just
laugh?
I would have never seen that coming.
Like
If you told me midway through the first season that I was just going to be a huge Higgins fan, I would have lost that bet. So shout out Higgins.
yeah, like underratedly.
Hero or Hate Crime's got a 9.5 on Always Sunny. That episode's wild.
Wait, which one did you say before that we said we liked? Because I was
The
thinking
Gang
of-
Gets Analyzed.
I was thinking
That's
of
got a
Hero or
9.
Hate Crime
I was thinking of Hero and Hate Crime too.
when
but
you said that.
yeah. What?
Good scenes.
Yeah.
Watched that episode of the World Series and it was fun.
Yeah.
I am pulling up the news. If you want to play the theme song.
Huge.
Did Luke not come back with any ghost news? Wasn't he supposed to do something?
It's fake.
And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A 12-year-old earned $400,000 by selling NFTs to idiots, says the headline here. Not my words. Sounds a lot like I wrote that headline. I did not. The city of Eureka has removed the mysterious dildo atop the old town gazebo. I dated a girl whose mom was from Eureka.
Really?
Female octopi throw things at males that are harassing them.
Classic.
It's fucked up. Don't harass them, I guess. Parents ordered to pay 43-year-old son $30K after getting rid of his porn collection. This happens a decent amount.
Yeah.
That might
I
be
think we
old.
might have covered the original story when he got rid of it.
Oh, now it's like final.
I think he's countersued.
I think we were very much like, yeah, you owe whatever it's worth.
Right.
I would hope.
Vintage magazines.
Yeah, like
Doesn't
We've
matter.
at
what
least
they
covered
are.
a similar story or the original part of this story.
pile of raw chicken on airport luggage carousel prompts warning from TSA. Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Don't like.
Naked attraction London bus ads to be removed. A corkful man cuts off penis while being chased by the police. And Ireland under attack from sex-crazed spiders the size of your hand.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Cut your penis off while being chased by police. I mean, that's someone who got booed during sex.
Sounds like a Don't Run with Scissors commercial.
Which is true.
Law enforcement officers encountered a bizarre incident Wednesday morning as a Cookville man led them on a 2-county pursuit from Dowelton to Lebanon on Highway 70.
Oh, okay.
Dowelton to Lebanon on Highway 70. What they learned was the man, 39-year-old Tyson Gilbert, had severed his own penis and tossed it out the car window somewhere along the route, either before or during the chase. I have like a harsh never mind.
Okay.
Gilbert said he heard voices on his car radio telling him to commit the act in order to save the world.
That feels druggy.
Officer said when I pulled up behind him and turned on my lights, he took off and refused to stop.
Trying to save the fucking world.
Yeah, he's on a mission.
Make this
He
man
was
stop.
all over the road the whole time. He turned off on Old Liberty Road and came to a stop. Shit, man. He hit spike strips. Then they boxed him in. It sucks if this dude like isn't like a full-time druggie and he just did drugs once and they're like, what happened to you when you dropped acid? And he's like, well,
Just
Or
went
he's,
too
like,
hard.
How much time?
Very mentally ill.
Just went too far.
Be bad.
well, that's the sad
Yeah, that'd
part.
be the sad.
Yeah.
The funny spin is if he's not mentally ill and
Just
it's just
tried
like a
drugs
normal
once.
dude who tried drugs once
Or
and cut off his dick on a police chase.
what if someone actually traveled back in time and this guy is the guy that had to save the world and now we just stopped him?
What if
know?
someone from the future traveled back in time and this guy was a serial rapist? So they made him cut his own dick off.
Huge.
That's huge.
Win.
Yeah.
Fly the W, he says in his brewer's gear.
Yeah. I wonder if he can get it reattached.
What's he going to do with it?
Save the world. John Wayne Bobbitt got it reattached.
JWB.
And his was thrown out a car window.
So he's got a support group.
Yeah. And then John Bobbitt did porn.
Yeah. Maybe that's what this guy wanted. He wanted to be a porn star. And this was his quickest route.
I don't know. There's a lot of easy ways these days. You
Yeah,
know?
it feels like he could have taken different steps.
Just take a video.
I don't
and
know.
post
What
it.
if he's ugly? They don't. Ugly dude trying to do porn? That doesn't get you anything. Dude who cut his dick off trying to do porn?
That's easy.
Yup.
Yeah. No, he's gonna have. You know,
You're hired.
yeah, he's gonna have an offer.
Oh, someone probably said that.
probably-
Only way you're doing porn around here is you chop that dick off and slap it back on.
Done.
That's it.
I like an interview. He was on his way home
Yeah.
from his porn audition interview, and that's what the porn director said to him.
There's only one way I'm putting you in this porn.
Only one way you're in this movie, son. You chop that dick off and stitch it back on.
It's a popular New Orleans director.
I think the director actually said something like you chop that dick off, get it stitched back on, and maybe then I'd consider it.
Ooh, okay.
And he was like, okay, consideration's huge.
But I do have the director having enough respect for the act that he'd be like, you're in.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, the director won.
Well, no, I think there's a chance people are thinking it's an asshole director that would be like, you actually cut off your dick, look at this idiot. And no, it's not that. It's welcome to the great game. You're in.
Okay.
Got it in 2.
What do you want to talk about next? The raw chicken.
Awesome.
Oh, breaking news?
The A's called up Chris Davis.
Wow,
Cool.
we talked about that.
Yeah. KD.
The pile of raw chicken on the airport carousel. You were
You
interested in
started
that?
laughing.
It's very funny. The airport carousel is a great platform for jokes. Everyone's standing around watching the same boring thing, searching, looking closely at every bag to make sure it's theirs or what's going on. So if there's a joke to be had, you have people's attention,
Right.
you know?
It's a good forum for a joke.
Yeah. And there's like a picture of it, I believe, on the carousel.
Where are we at with TSA?
I hope they do a great job. I
Yeah.
cheer them on every day.
So you wouldn't boo them?
No, I almost I almost talked back to a TSA agent on my way to Denver
Whoa.
because we were all in line for one security, go through the security, right?
Sure.
And say it was a 20-person line or say it was a 21-person line. I was person 10. I was right in the middle, right? So then she's like, then a new one opened up and it was behind us. So now all the people that are behind me in line are ahead of me in line and I'm like just still at the back of the line.
Right.
But I think I was actually closer to where the original line was. I think it was like 8 people original. Like now I'm like 11th on the other side.
New line.
And she was like, sir, you have to go to that one. And I was like, but like now, like
Right, I got a better spot.
I got a better spot. I didn't say that. I just
Right.
kind of was like lollygag.
They kind of have the rules.
like I
yeah.
was calculating. Like,
Yeah.
wait, I think that one's
You were
quicker.
hoping that she
That
was
one's
just going to
got-
say, all right.
There's like kids.
stay.
There's kids in that line. Like
Yeah.
this line's gonna move faster. And then she, yeah.
Damn.
sir, you have to go to that line. And I wanted to be like, oh, this line's quicker.
But you didn't.
I didn't. No, it's TSA.
Yeah.
There's a picture of this pile of raw chicken. Or a video.
Interested?
I saw a preview of it, and it was funny.
Yeah, I could see it in the article preview, and I'm having trouble.
But
pulling
now
up
I can't
the
find it on
picture.
the actual article.
That's tough. That's how they get you, man.
And then it links to the TSA Instagram from the... Why the fuck does TSA have an Instagram at Seattle Airport?
TSA Seattle.
Is that a real thing?
Like, could we go find the Newark Airport?
It's probably a
TSA
place they
and see?
give update. Like, is it an official Twitter? Or
Like,
is
but
it
like, it's not Twitter, it's Instagram. If it's Twitter, they have a Twitter, obviously, but it's
Right.
a TSA Instagram page. Which, I don't know. Seems odd.
social media. It's powerful.
So what would you, airport,
I've got it.
you got a picture, baggage claim, raw chicken, Google Images, it should come up.
Yeah, I threw a TSA in there, but
Oh, Jake.
Oh, that's too much raw chicken. That's too much raw chicken.
And it's like boxed up.
Yeah, it's like,
it's like tight.
formed
It's like
very nicely.
Put in the bot in the.
So, okay, so let's think about this. Normally, to get to baggage claim, the baggage has to come up, you know, that thing. So it's either frozen together, which I didn't factor, or someone just went to baggage claim to put the pile of chicken, which I don't like. It's frozen into cubes. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it.
Inside the cooler. So it was a cooler, and now it's out of the cooler?
I think they opened that up, and that's what that picture is the opened up
I don't like that.
stuff.
So it was in a cooler. It didn't come out of the
It
carousel
wasn't
looking like
just.
that.
It wasn't loose.
Well, now I don't care.
Yeah.
So a cooler.
And by the way, we thought this whole thing happened at TSA. This is baggage claim.
Yeah,
It's
it made
boring.
it through the flight.
But it, these
Baggage claim,
pictures
the
are
only
a
good
lie.
joke is a body.
If it came out on the carousel like that,
Right.
I'm so interested in it. If it came out in a cooler, they inspected the cooler, there was chicken inside, they placed it on the carousel like they take pictures of weed that they confiscate.
Well, I guess depending the type of cooler, it could have just fallen out.
But like this is like a recreation video
video.
right here.
What the cluck?
What the cluck is pretty funny. So it was, it
As
fell
in
out
that
of the cooler.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Now I think it's hilarious then.
Okay, back to hilarious.
Back to hilarious. They had it when it slid down and hit the end, the chicken
Why
popped
are we
out.
shipping raw chicken in coolers on flights?
Maybe this is normal in the hunting world. Like if you're going on a hunting trip and you want to bring like bait or fishing, or I don't know, like maybe it's for that, and
Or if
like
you're
that's how
just-
you go.
I mean, if you're going out to Seattle, you can't just fly without your chicken.
Some people
Pick
are
up
interesting.
chicken
You'd
there.
think if you're going to like go to,
There's
you think you
chicken
could buy
everywhere.
if that's like going to be your chicken for you could buy it
Dude.
there
The
where you land.
meat industry kind of creeps me out. Like you can go into
Don't let it
any grocery store
Yeah.
and there's so
Piles.
much chicken
Piles.
and piles of animals parts. When you really think about it, like
Yeah.
Like how many animals?
the whole
that has
country's
to
just
be.
like every town has like
Look at every supermarket. Look at every Target. Look at every Walmart. Filled with dead animals.
yeah.
I have an update.
Yep.
We had I think game 2 of our Blitzball with Kyle McDonald and Bossy came out today.
Game 3.
This is game 3 today.
Yeah.
Game 3 came out today. The first clip we posted, there's a controversial hit by pitch strike call. McDonald, the pitcher, tagged Bossy, the hitter, and said, "Keep your elbows in, Bossy." Bossy put up a reply Instagram story that said, "Front elbow climb equal launch angle. I can't change my game plan because you out here headhunting." And then the hashtag is what made me bring this up. He said, hashtag beg for it.
Where's this going down?
This is Bossy's Insta story.
What's Bossy's Instagram?
Big Bad Boss 3, obviously.
Obviously. That's awesome.
Yeah, the hashtag beg the number for it. I hadn't seen that before.
Oh my God, you type in Big Bad, and it's nothing but porn on Instagram.
Ooh, could see that.
Now Big Bad Boss?
Big Bad Boss 3.
Okay. Followed. Dude, Bossy's pitches. Someone in the comments was like, Bossy's pitches were the nastiest we've seen ever with a blitzball.
When he found his fastball, yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag beg for it. I can't change my game. It's funny. It's a good one. Go check it out. Game 3. Back alley ABs. Did any of the news stories speak to you? One more, maybe. 12-year-old earns $400K selling NFT. City of Eureka removed mysterious dildo. Female octopus throw things. Parents ordered to pay $30,000 for porn. Ireland under attacks from sex-crazed spiders. Anything speaking to ya?
Not the animals. NFTs are hot, but not really into that. What was the first one?
12-year-old, no, Eureka, dildo,
dildo.
octopi,
Dildo.
porn revenge from the parents throwing out his collection.
God, not sure.
Naked Attraction London ads removed.
It's a good image.
Should be interested in that. That's kind of where we started the episode with me looking at nudie ads.
Yeah.
Be a good end cap.
Just the picture.
Oh,
yeah,
hilarious. It is not what you think, Jake. They
Really?
put signs on the bus that point to bus windows that say loves naked attraction, hates naked attraction, loves being naked. So you sit in that seat, and now all of a sudden you're being judged by everyone that drives by. They probably cheer or clap for you. That's awesome.
But yeah, isn't the whole billboard is to not be judged? Altogether different.
Well, I mean, if the dude who hates naked attraction, if a group of people that love naked attraction drive by that bus, they're probably going to boo that dude.
Right, but the whole point of the ad is don't boo that dude because you can like it or not like it, and that's okay.
Where are you getting that vibe from?
Because the company's named Altogether Different.
That's the name of the company? Isn't this an ad for naked attraction?
What's altogether different? For altogether different, is that the line? Is that the brand?
I think it's just a tagline.
See, they're mad at the naked attraction because they're saying it can risk passengers of sexual assault.
Yeah, because if a woman sits there and it says loves being naked and people
Right.
take a picture.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I think altogether.
It's on the show. Naked Attraction is on Channel 4. I think Channel 4's
And Channel 4's
tagline.
slogan is altogether different.
Altogether
Altogether
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you sit in that hates naked attraction seat and car next to you is a big naked attraction enthusiast, they'd be like, boo, you hate my favorite show.
And same
You
with
can
Love's
boo them.
Naked and
Yeah.
yeah. If they don't like the show, they'll just boo you anyways.
Yeah. It's a good marketing. I like that concept.
Yeah, a little disappointed that society can't handle that because that's fun.
I think the loves being naked, you take that off, you're good. And then it still kind of plays.
I think the Love's Naked Attraction is that's the one.
because you can't say that you love a show.
Well, no, I think it's literally naked attraction. That means people could like flash you and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think people know that it's a show.
With the sign, yes, but it's a good point.
Like Love's being naked is funny. I think that part's fine.
I think Naked Attraction, everyone knows that's a TV show, so I don't think anyone would think of it.
They should.
It's a very popular show.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's
But
when the second sentence says passengers are at risk of sexual assault, that means people are flashing them.
I guess so.
People are nervous
I think
about that
that's like the main-
potential.
I mean, I would gather this is an inside job, if anything.
They're
Some viral marketing.
they're totally
Yeah.
fine
I mean,
with getting in trouble.
They
for
wanted a
this.
creative ad. They did one, and
Yeah.
they're getting more PR from it. So yes.
Yeah. It's funny if there's just pictures of people with that out there. Yeah. Oh my God. What the hell is this creepy bus that you can't label non-consenting passengers like that?
Yeah.
Crazy. Does Channel 4 not know how many sexual assaults take place on buses? Going to look creepy when school kids get on. Fair.
Again, love being naked. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I guess you got to placate all the dickhead creeps out there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Wrap it up, kiddo.
Stretch. All right. I think that's the show this week, guys. We'll be coming to you live next week from the beach. And I think, maybe we'll just bring people on, bring people out. We're not doing a movie next week, right?
No, not next week.
Someone suggested the movie Year One, which is a deep cut. I don't know if we want to go more like mainstream that people know.
I don't think I've ever seen Year One.
Cedar Rapids is also like another deep cut that BBD needs to watch at some point, and I'd just like to revisit.
Yeah. I mentioned this to you the other day. I'm caught up on Anchorman that I'm going to rewatch it at some point anyways, just because it's been so long, and I still say quotes from it every day because it was at a very impactful time of my life.
I'd like to watch
Definitely
it again.
getting a Will Ferrell.
I watched it
movie
within the last
involved,
3
finally
years,
being Anchorman.
and I didn't think it aged as well as others.
Oh, I don't plan on it aging well because, again, when I was in love, I look back at my age when I was in love with that movie, and it's like 7th grade. Or maybe it's freshman year of high school. Freshman year of high school, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of the humor I could see going over my head, but it still reference a lot. And I think there's such good physical humor in that, too, that I don't know. That's why I want to rewatch it.
It feels like that might be the next
All-timer.
one.
And then we can start to veer our bus off the road a little bit.
It was summer between sophomore junior year of high school.
Is it
04.
04?
Oh, that's freshman, sophomore.
Yeah.
Freshman, sophomore.
You had it.
Summer of 4, I turned 7.
7?
Yeah.
How much older are we than you?
Probably some of the jokes
8 years.
went over your heads.
8 years?
I didn't see it when it came out
Yeah.
because I was 7.
Probably the movie I've watched the most. In my
Anchorman?
life, yeah.
Oh, wow. I was never,
I've
it was
seen Step
never.
Brothers.
I used to watch it
more.
every day, like after school. Like every day. That's how funny I thought it was.
It was never my favorite of like his bunch.
Sure.
So like if it was hanging out in high school and like let's put on a Will Ferrell movie, that was not going to be the top
That's
like
not
3.
that's not going to be your vote.
Yeah. Still
For me, it was Step Brothers. Chat's up.
It's funny because Step Brothers
Did
came
you hear
out
the-
like after his like there was a little gap between because he was doing sports movie, and he came out and was like, I'm not doing another sports movie. I was like, all right, what are you gonna do? And then I felt like there's a little gap. Then Step Brothers came out.
Yeah.
Do you hear the full Chafin episode of Crow's Rotation?
Yeah,
At the end, spoilers for go check
Yeah.
out that episode because he's funny. But he spins the wheel and he gets the one where it's like, what actor did people say you look like? He said, people come up to me sometimes and say like, you look like the 2 Step Brothers had a baby.
It's not bad.
And like his accent, the way Chafin talks is really funny. It gets me.
Like that.
We'll
tell you next week.
tell you next
Bye.
week. Do I have the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Bam.
think that's it.
Not hooked up to the board.
Pairing mode.
I got 3 roadcasters. See if I chose the first one correctly.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's that sound like?
It definitely.
There she is.
Thanks, guys. Goodbye.